Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Sandhills Global. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Big basketball game tonight for Nebraska at Ohio State. But more importantly, as discussed before the show, we've been trying to understand how do you properly prepare for potentially 70-mile-per-hour winds.
Would you stop
which
with
are
the
coming
70?
later today.
Scaring everybody.
57 to 65, maybe 70.
72 is
Possible sip.
Scaring everybody.
How do you prepare for that?
You don't.
What do you? Well, Bill has prepared for it. Told me last night.
I did. We moved some outdoor furniture.
Yeah, but that's fine.
You have to do that.
Yeah,
Do not leave that outside.
And don't leave your shovel out there.
And
Fly away.
ends up in somebody else's yard. Then it is your problem if your stuff
Yes.
wrecks their house.
Right.
Yeah, it's a
Avoid
bad
that.
deal.
Right. Okay.
You're trying just to completely forget about this happening.
Well, I'm
tonight.
not sure
You
the best.
I can't stop the weather from happening. I'm not saying I'm not concerned about the snow. There could be some snow tonight, but it's the crazy winds that are the issue here. And this would be idle chit chat you'd hear at Super Saver today.
Forgive me if this sounds critical. I'm not sure it's the best tack to get on the air and just start telling everybody how bad it's going to be. We'll see.
Yeah, but there's not talking any snow hardly anymore.
Calm
It was
down.
like 2 to 5 inches for a while. Now it's just.
I saw
not
this
much.
morning they said like trace to 4 inches in Lincoln. I mean that's
Who
a pretty
cares?
wide margin.
Tomorrow's going to be 50, though, right?
No,
Yeah.
the high is 39 tomorrow. It's Thursday. Wait. Just get to Thursday at this point. Then we'll be okay. We'll be all right.
We'll be okay tonight.
Nebraska wins tonight. Everything's okay in the world again.
As long as we have power at
Yeah.
this state radio station.
Stop it
tomorrow,
with
we get to
that. Why wouldn't there be power?
Well, things happen in high winds and storms.
It's true.
Just
You're
saying,
right.
we've had issues before. We talked about before the show that I freaked out a few months ago when the power went out in my neighborhood. And I freaked out about the deep freeze.
Power was out for an hour, and Jake thought there was no way his meat was going to go bad.
That was the
I
first
said
thought.
he
was
had
that-
he had a solid 3.5 days if he didn't open the freezer.
I opened it though.
Believe it.
I opened it though.
Again, just put it. I text right away. Just don't open it, Jake. You got 3
You
days.
tend to race right to the
Yeah.
worst case scenario, which this is what you did today.
Well, I'm just saying, be cautious out there. Prepare. Don't avoid the forecast you're seeing. But prepare for it. Unlike Sip, who said, just whatever happens. It's all good. If it's windy, it's windy.
Well, I think that Bill is correct in that you can do some level of preparation, but I mean, it's the wind's going to happen.
Will you prepare at all or not?
There's a shovel I'll probably need to deal with.
Okay.
There's a couple things that, there's a lot in the yard actually that I'll have to
See, now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
We're getting somewhere.
Do you have a wind chime up anywhere?
Yes. Trix does. I mean,
Yeah,
they're blowing all the time. There's a lot.
I'm not sure if there's anything that'd be a bugaboo. Wind chimes.
No, I like them.
Oh, I don't.
Oh,
It want nothing to do with the wind chime.
why is that?
First of all, the wind chime's meant for like a kind of a nice breeze. We don't get those in Nebraska.
No.
Over 250 days of the year, it's howling.
It's
It's
that's
howling.
about right.
So there is no.
I love the sound of a wind chime in the quiet.
It's always
breeze.
ominous. It means something's happening. Something's coming. Usually in a
You
movie.
and your ominous.
I'm just saying, when you see a wind chime in a movie, it's ominous. Hey,
Usually it's
bad
bad.
weather's coming. I can't deny that. That's true.
There's some truth to that. That's
Thank you.
interesting.
Thank you. By the way, from the text center, I got some response from people. Joe in Boulder says, I'm sitting in a dark hotel in Dallas right now because the storm power completely took out the whole hotel area.
That would be bad. To
He's
be in a
watching early
hotel.
break in the
Same
dark.
storm?
It's a different storm.
Is it a different storm?
Yeah.
That's
Storms are everywhere.
So it's all across the country right now.
It's going to jack up flights.
It is. Hope you're not
Are you
flying.
going anywhere?
No.
Nor am I.
So I'm good on that.
We're good on that.
Yes.
Bill and Bennett, have they canceled the baseball game? Yes. UNL in Nebraska and Omaha's baseball game is canceled tonight. It's going to be postponed until April 4th, I believe. Someone says, I'm watching Brad Anderson on 1011 right now. He says 2 to 5 inches of snow with wind gusts 60 to 75 miles per hour for Lincoln.
Ooh, that sounds bad.
That sounds bad.
But Sip says no big deal.
5 inches of snow and a 100-mile-an-hour wind.
That's not good.
How does that sound, Sip?
Yeah,
No
how's
big
that
deal.
sound?
No big deal.
No big whoop. Coffee talk.
Just another
sounds
day in
awful.
Nebraska.
That does sound awful. That sounds awful. I will
Yes.
say that. That's awful. Well, 5 inches of snow, though, will just what's that going to look like if it's 60 miles
I
an
doubt
hour?
we get to
No.
5. I like
I
that he's
thought-
putting that there, but
I thought about this last night too. That if I walked by you like this morning and said, "Hair," would you just yell back, "Lute Olson"?
I know.
You
we-
wouldn't know.
I
So
feel
that
like
was
we-
yeah. That we took a lot of abuse
how
over
many
that.
how many
Yeah.
basketball coaches are known for their hair? Give me the list.
But I'm just telling you right now, Lute Olson. When's the last time you woke up with him on your mind? Never. Never.
I think the point that Bill's trying to make is I knew the answer.
It's
Whether
still,
he would have said hair or not was
still.
immaterial.
There's never a time when someone just says
But,
hair.
but in that moment, you were stumped. He said hair. Said, oh,
Yeah.
oh,
There's a
Lute
okay.
Olson.
Okay.
That's how
okay,
it went
that's fair,
down.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair-ish.
I'm trying to be a fair judge to
No,
everybody
but
over here.
I would have gotten it no matter what. That's the thing.
Okay.
Maybe that.
Still, it's just that I just don't. I've never once had my wife say, "How's my hair look?" I don't know, but Lute Olson's hair is incredible. It's never came up once in my life. So this does not add up.
It does not. I
Does
think
not.
so.
And we got chastised from Jake.
I think
Jake
Bill is
got-
right.
I
Jake-
gave you guys the win.
Jake
I
got
just
mad
said
at us.
I gave the
He got-
caller bagels.
which
I
we
said,
should have had like that. But you got very upset with us. You also told Steve to sue you because of the song that was played.
That was song of the day,
There was a lot of anger yesterday.
So-
Now we have a 5 inches of snow and 100-mile-an-hour winds coming.
Yeah, really helped my attitude even more. I love it.
This isn't something to the whole calm before the storm thing. It's so beautiful out right now.
It is.
It's perfect. But this is the calm before the storm. Damn it.
The people that would freak me out the most
Damn
are the backbone of this country, truck drivers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whipping down 80
No,
and
you're
just
not.
getting
Proper
getting
concern,
blown
Bill.
over.
Nope, you're
Imagine that feeling all of a sudden. Whoa!
it'd be
I
bad.
mean, no, I couldn't
It'd be bad.
imagine that.
I think they have to get off the road
Yeah.
probably, and they will, But what?
Got some YouTube comments here from Mr. Blitzkrieg going back to yesterday's show. He says, number one, I'm here. I'm in a good mood today, and Bill and Sip are just jealous of the hair of Lute Olson.
Why would Bill be
Bill's got
jealous?
pretty good hair.
Why would Bill be jealous of
Sip could
anybody's
be hair? But
Blitzkrieg, yeah, take that back a little bit.
Why
Yeah.
would Bill be jealous of anybody's
Well,
hair?
his hair is
agree.
still better than mine, and he was tan, and he was a head coach of Arizona and won a national championship. So his life is better.
pretty good.
was
Pretty-
better. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Lute Olson.
Yes.
He also says, I'm making Jake a Sue Me t-shirt.
Yes.
Mr.
He was
Blitzkrieg.
very short with us yesterday on a couple
Yeah,
occasions.
He was very short with this. He was
And since now it feels like this is a full out assault on Jake at this
That's fine. I can take it.
Can you? Now, I am passionate about this. There's no reason why you should ever play a song twice.
You haven't done Song of the Day for
No,
9
no,
years.
no. I don't want to hear it.
And
There's a zillion songs.
I did bring that up the one time early in the show.
There's a zillion songs. There's no
What if
way.
I play a song you say, I love it, you never hear it ever again? Ever. You'll never, ever
I
hear
can hear it in
Do
another
it for
form.
30 years, and you'll never, ever hear that song again for Song
The
of the
only-
Day.
It's not.
I
that-
feel bad for you if that's
it's
the case.
not that the only music I get is from Song of the Day. Okay, I can get it in other forms. I can listen to a song.
If I can't play repeats, you'll be getting a lot of 2s and 1s out
No, you
soon
won't,
for
no.
songs that are not that good because I've run out of material on Song of the
you
Day.
can't run out of material. That's my point. There's no way to run out of it. That's what Bill's point is. There's no way to run out of material. That's the point.
I could play like a whole list
It's-
of songs from like 1972, but I don't like half those songs.
I know.
I've listened to them.
I know. I can be irrational about things.
Have you played Horse with No Name?
I have played that. I like that stuff.
Just came across my mind that this is a great song.
It is a good song.
I can be irrational about things, but I can't tell you the level of letdown when you play a duplicate song when you've played it before. It's a huge letdown. Like,
Just
oh,
don't think about when you heard
All
it
of
the
a sudden,
first
the
time,
numbers
then.
drop on the show, and then everything goes awry.
I'm just telling you, it's a big letdown. I'm not really being mean. I'm just telling you how I feel.
Think the hotel's
yeah,
going to open up this weekend? Look over
I
there.
haven't even looked over there for a while.
Looks like it's ready.
I see some boxes
not
in the
supposed-
corridor.
The Hampton Inn's not supposed to open this weekend.
For girls' state basketball.
They have said late April. I don't know if it's going to be late April or not. That was back in January. They said late April.
It's possible that you would walk over there, walk up some stairs, and it would be like a palace. The rooms are ready. I mean, it's possible.
Very possible.
You're just seeing a part of it. God, there are some boxes in there now, though. Look at that. Those. Better get busy on those.
If you want some positive, the lights went off. It's only 6:11. Ellie, have you not moved?
Ellie, how have you not moved?
Here comes a storm.
It's a storm at all. Tristan on the text line says, different topic, idle chit chat. But last night I had to deal with 3 moths that came in my house from letting the dogs out. Got me thinking about summer nights, but our state is crazy, and today we get a winter storm instead. I had moths come in the house.
That's interesting.
I did not see any form of insects last night. We had our door open quite a bit, in and out with sugar on the move. Didn't see that.
Nope.
Interesting. Moths are out. And
are they?
2 weeks ago it was minus 60.
Felt like it.
Wow. Moths are tough.
Wow.
They are tough.
Tells you something right there.
Are there Miller moths? Have you ever heard that? Miller?
We used to call them Millers sometime. Yeah. That was common to be.
Parallel lives, yes. Millers. Have you heard that?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, that
Miller
was common.
moth.
Yeah, there's a Miller.
Yeah. Okay. Never known a moth type ever.
We're in the depths of idle chit chat.
Yeah.
Right now.
Anything else you want to get to before we move
who's
on?
it sponsored by?
Newton's Lawn Care.
Tell you one thing right now.
Again, he's short with this.
It's incredible. So David, Andrew was there this morning.
He was.
And just to stop by to make sure the code worked, make sure everything was set up like that. Mondays when he really is going to get started in the garage again. So he's in great shape.
You're in great shape with the storm, because if there's sticks all over, I imagine Andrew's taking care of it. Right?
Probably will.
You don't have to.
No, he doesn't pick up sticks. I do we do that.
Do you?
We handle that ourselves.
Do you pick up the sticks?
We have less trees right now, thank you, because a storm like this at our old house would have been. It was detrimental, and also very expensive, extremely expensive. The number of times, like, okay, I got to get a tree company over here, and that is, and watch them work is fun, but it's
Just tell me that's not going to happen.
Oh, it's going to happen. You're going to have to. The tree company right now, they're sitting around right now just waiting for. They're like, they have like a bank of phones are set up. There's a bank of phones set up. It's like a nice ice storm for a auto repair shop.
Wait a second. We're not getting an ice storm though.
No.
Our misery is their euphoria. It's their business.
Yes.
Yeah. Again, we don't want our trees to come down, but if they have to, we get somebody that's going to be out there to take care of them, get them out of the way.
I'm telling you right now, the tree business, they cannot be ahead. They're out like 2-3 months out. And they do take emergencies sooner. If you have one that just says, I just want this tree out at some time, when there's an emergency or a storm and something happens, they do go to that sooner. Mm-hmm. But it's a lot. And it's a dangerous job.
Idle Chit Chat sponsored by Newton Lawn Care.
That is Idle Chit Chat sponsored by Andrew at Newton's Lawn Care. You can please text him at 402-440-6297. Text the ticket and get 20% off a 2025 fertilizer program, and also get a free quote within 24 hours.
How about that?
He's giving away fast, quick service there.
That's what Andrew does.
402.
His wife's from Beamer.
440-6297. Text the ticket to Andrew.
Yes.
Know a lot about
Beamer is home of a great golf course, Bill. You know that.
Yeah, we've heard you.
You're very aware of that.
And then on the third hole, man,
hole 11.
Remember how Jake used to go, that was to drive me. I used to text you. I go, please have him move on from this. He's just 1 hour and a half.
And I've got people that want it back.
Yeah.
You check the emails, the tweets, the texts. They want it back.
We've been a little hard on Jake today. We got to take a break from this.
Anybody watch the effort level on Northwestern UCLA last night?
No.
It was a great game.
Who won the game?
UCLA won.
I didn't watch that.
Where was this at?
Won. That was a big win for Nebraska. Needed that bad.
Where was this at?
Because their record is the same as Northwestern.
Score was 73-69. UCLA wins at Northwestern.
Okay,
but it was the effort by UCLA was clearly more talented, and Northwestern's effort was incredible. They played really hard. It was fun to watch.
And what were you saying about Northwestern's record?
It's the same as Nebraska's. They have 7. The wins are the same anyway.
They're not. Yeah, they're now 7-12 with that loss. They would have surpassed Nebraska in the win column if they won that game last night.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
And honestly, if they won, they'd be 17-13. They have a resume for the tournament.
Why is Northwestern not banging the drum to get in the tournament?
I haven't seen anybody put them on the next 4 out, first 4 out. Like, they're nowhere to be seen. And their net is better than Nebraska's.
Okay.
Their
this
net,
is odd.
their
It's
net
odd.
is better.
Well-
Before yesterday, Nebraska was 57. They were like 54. They were ahead of Nebraska in the net, but nowhere to be seen.
Why do we
in
talk
projections.
like Nebraska is so much better than Northwestern when in fact they're not? I mean,
When you watched the game last night, it's like Northwestern was impressive. They were impressive.
Keep in mind, they don't have their best player.
Yeah.
Barnheiser's not there.
jeez.
I mean, Martinelli is good. He had 20 points. Ty
Doesn't
Berry,
that freak you out
22?
though when like you said, when their net's higher and their record's the same, and and the whole thing about this isn't like football. It's like, well, the head to head. That's not how it works. The head to head matters, but but for them not to be mentioned, I guess. I mean, they're not even like first 20 out, not even in it.
No, first 20 out. No, I know it.
Yeah, I don't understand the disrespect for Northwestern in terms of the bracketology.
I'm down on that whole system too.
The bracketology.
That whole first bye, first 4 out, first 5, next, last in, last. I mean, it should be pretty simple. It should just be first 4 out. That's it. I don't want to hear
First
about
4 out.
That's it. That's the only thing I want to see.
Not last 4 in.
No, I don't want to hear any of that stuff. Or then they have the first bye. Whatever. There's about 4 different things that they do.
The reason why they have last 4 in is because that would indicate you're going to Dayton,
Yes.
and people want to avoid Dayton at all costs. Now, some teams have been out of it the whole time. Like, yeah, we'll take Dayton. That tournament, I don't want to be that guy. But guess what? If Nebraska makes it, it's likely going to be Dayton at this point. Now, Joe Lenardi had Nebraska even yesterday, still last 4 in somehow. I saw Mike DeCourcy also had him in the bracket. Jerry Palm out for CBS Sports. So even with that horrific loss to Minnesota and the fact they've lost 3 straight games, they are still in the conversation for the tournament.
And their net's worse than Northwestern. Their records.
That's correct. That's correct.
It makes no sense to me. Again, I'd like to.
I don't get that.
Lenardi, explain this to me. Explain this. There has to be an answer.
Probably.
Like he's helping.
No, you
our
can't
team
do the
out. I wanted
quad
to
wins
explain.
because then your net would be higher.
Right.
Yeah.
So it can't be that.
Northwestern's got a lot of quad 1 wins too. I don't understand. Again, it's helping Nebraska out.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be complaining about it, but I don't want to understand from Lenardi and DeCourcy why Nebraska's in the dance right now. Still.
What's Minnesota's net?
It's low, and they're
in
the same
the 90s.
In 90s, were they?
They have the same conference record as Nebraska, 7-11.
I know, and they went in.
And they started off 0-7 in conference play. They're 7-4.
Started off 0-7 now.
They've 7-4.
They're not bad.
They've won 4 straight road games and they've lost 4 straight home games. It's very bizarre, Minnesota.
Very volatile league.
So,
Volatile
speaking of basketball, the Nebraska does play tonight at Ohio State. Sipple will not be able to watch because the game is on Peacock.
No, I wouldn't watch it anyway. Probably.
Really?
That late,
It's
really.
a bubble game,
oh man, that really pushes.
Tell me why you wouldn't watch the game anyways.
I'll track it.
But why wouldn't you watch the game if it's on BTN?
You're pressing my buttons right now.
Yeah.
I am.
A little bit.
Why?
Because you know why. I'm kind of over it at this point. I mean, I'm just kind of just over it. It doesn't. I'm not all that. I guess the game on Saturday was kind of entertaining to me, but I don't know. Maybe I'd watch it. I don't know.
Will there be?
It wouldn't be at the top of my list.
Will there be a Minnesota story?
What kind of Minnesota story?
Like I said, where Ulis goes off for 26 tonight.
Oh, somebody.
And who would that be for
Yeah.
Nebraska? Is it Ulis, if anybody?
Oh, for Nebraska. I thought you meant for.
Yeah, he's saying.
What's Raleigh? What's he averaging?
Raleigh is averaging like 5 or 6 points a game.
I think also the thing that's interesting about you talked about the young man who went off for 20
Brennan Rigsby.
he was averaging 4, but I think those 4 that all goes back to averaging points against non-conference teams way early.
Maybe
Because
He
late
said nothing in conference.
Leighton
play.
he'd done nothing. He had several games he only played them. He had a game he played 1 minute.
Hey,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I mean, I probably have it on or something. I don't have to watch. I'm not covering it tonight. I'll be interested in the result. I'll track the result. Okay.
I want to see it because we have to talk about it
Right.
on air. So I want to have some idea.
There's plenty of games you haven't seen.
There was. A Saturday I didn't
Be
see
honest.
It was. I was
Right.
I was in the middle of a football conference. I didn't get
Right.
a chance. I was
So-
texting and it went silent. I was texting for scores and Jake was not responding.
I
to
said,
me.
watch the highlights.
Yeah,
I
just
can't.
text
I
me.
can't right
Watch
now.
the highlights.
I
He told
can't.
me, which was easy to
I'll
get
be able
to.
to talk about it. I'll listen to you guys talk about it.
This is a text. I think a lot of people feel.
Is it
this way.
Moonbot?
No, it's Ellis in Illinois. It says, I am with Sip on this. I'm really over this team. I'm actually kind of sick of them. They deserve whatever fate they get with regard to the tournament. What a disappointing group. Ellis in Illinois is not happy with what he's seeing. He's over it.
I see disappointment. I can see why.
They have a good shot tonight.
There was a time we talked about if they keep playing like this, there's a pretty good chance to be in a 6th seed. That was discussed.
Not
They'd
now.
won 6 in a row in the league. It was like they could go, and it wasn't like they're looking at a gauntlet. It's like, well, you got to play Minnesota later, so what are we going to do? Well, I don't know.
Hey, I'm not speaking from the standpoint of a fan. If you're a fan of Nebraska basketball, get behind them. Watch.
We brought that up yesterday.
Enjoy
Let's get
it.
behind them. Let's go.
Enjoy it. I'm not in a position to be like a flag waving fan, so I don't have to throw
Jake,
my.
this is heading right down 11 versus 11. It's heading
I've already
right down.
accepted that. Either no tournament or play-in game. I've already accepted that fate. Like,
Yeah,
there's
we
nothing.
don't need to get into that either. It's whether they're in or not. We don't
Steve,
need to
you
do that.
cover Nebraska. Give us the information right now, and Jake, chime in with your knowledge. Where are we at with a win tonight and a loss tonight?
I mean,
where are you at? So a win tonight does this, a loss. Yeah, are you saying
keeps
loss
them in the conversation.
There's a loss, end of story. It's never end of story
No.
because you have the play, because you have the tournament. I get that.
No, it's not.
I understand that.
It's not the end of the
Well,
story.
per Joe Lunardi, again, his bracketology yesterday, he had both Ohio State and Nebraska as last 4 in. So this is an incredibly important game for both teams. They're both very
It's a
much
guy
on
with
the
no
bubble.
shirt on and a headset.
I love it.
That's incredible. Look at that.
He's running
He's running
with a light.
He's a coal miner
Good
heading
job. With his shirt off.
with his shirt off.
It's nice out there. Anyway, yeah. So no, okay. We're going to do the must-win thing again, right? We're going to say must-win.
I don't know how you can't. I mean, you could say, hey, well, if they lose, beat Iowa, and win a couple of games in the Big Ten tournament, then maybe they'll be fine.
Here's the must win for importance. Anytime you say that the season's over, it's not, because there's still a Big Ten tournament, unless they don't make the Big Ten tournament, but they will. But there's still a chance, right, Jake? Could they still not make the tournament?
No, if they lose if they lose to Ohio State and Iowa, it'd be pretty certain that they wouldn't make the Big Ten tournament.
Okay.
And
so there's pressure.
And if you've lost 3 of your last 4 home games, then you probably don't deserve to make the Big Ten
Is there
tournament.
a chance that Nebraska, Iowa is playing for the last spot in the tournament?
I think I don't know about last spot, but
in the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know that.
Iowa plays at home against Michigan State on Thursday, so that's
not good.
Likely a loss, not for sure, but likely a loss for Iowa. Then they head to Nebraska to close their season. They are 6-12 right now. Like right now, they'd be missing the tournament.
Okay,
and so they need to win one of these games to
Iowa
for sure get out. If they lose both, they are for sure out of the Big Ten.
They could
tournament.
be playing for the Big Ten to get in the Big Ten tournament. Iowa, Nebraska could be too. So yes, the answer is yes. It could come down to that. I don't know what to tell you about tonight. Nebraska has beaten Ohio State. They can beat them again, right?
They trailed.
Why not?
That was a tough game. That game was in late January, I believe.
Yeah.
Nebraska played Ohio State. It was a very competitive game. Ohio State led for a lot of that game. Nebraska pulled away at the end. But both teams have scuffled since then. They really have.
Yeah, Ohio State 16-13 and 8-10, right? 16-13 and 8-10. Big desperation game for both. You're right. It's good.
Oh, I like that better. Let's do that
game?
one.
Not must
Desperation
win.
game. I like desperation game.
As opposed to what?
Must win.
Okay.
Yeah, desperation game.
Here's what Robin's lead is. Robin Washut
Covers the Huskers.
Saturday's home loss to Minnesota delivered a massive blow to Nebraska's NCAA tournament chances. It also made NU's final 2 regular season games borderline must-win situations. I thought Minnesota was a must-win.
It was.
Okay, now these are must-win.
Right, because you didn't win the must-win.
And then
you still have games to play. You lost your must-win.
And then when you get to the Big
must-win.
Ten tournament, it's a must-win.
Right.
If you wanted to not have to worry about winning games in the Big Ten tournament, then yeah, that was a
I
must-win.
love Steve has nailed this. It's
I know.
desperation win.
Yeah, it's the must-win thing wears me out.
Yeah.
You call them must-wins in January. I mean,
I like them. I'm going to stick with it. I enjoy saying it.
must-win.
Well, those losses were not great for the resume. Rutgers and USC at home were must-wins, and they lost them, and now here they are on the outside of the tournament.
Next year, we should have said that for the St. Mary's game. This is a must-win.
Gotta be.
Yeah, if you don't get this one, I don't see where it goes from here.
Anyway,
Right now, and everything's kind of riding on one non-conference win. They beat Creighton
on the road
in November.
It's a good win.
Yeah.
Before the Wisconsin football game. It was that long ago. That was the night before Nebraska beat Wisconsin to get bowl eligible in football. It was a great weekend for Nebraska. And that was late November. It is March 4th today. And that one win is really propelling you a lot in the net, at least in terms of bracketology.
It is.
I wonder if you asked Lunardi, hey, is the Creighton win a big factor? He'd probably say, yeah, that's a big factor in this.
How did DeCourcy go from it was updated that Nebraska wasn't in yesterday?
I misspoke. It was not. It was field of 68. So DeCourcy has them out. Palm has them out. Lunardi in field of 68 has Nebraska in the dance. That's who has them in. So 50-50 right now on things.
There's been a lot of discrepancy too that the most accurate has been DeCourcy.
Is that right?
Over the years that has not been Lunardi as far as most accurate.
Here is Fred Hoiberg.
That means you're probably off
Yeah,
one.
get some Fred sound.
I got some
what do you
Fred
got for us
from yesterday? Keys on playing Ohio State and where to improve for the matchup. Fred Hoiberg from yesterday.
What are your main keys against this Ohio State team? And what's the
Yeah, I mean, it starts in transition. They play very fast in their building, and if you give them transition baskets, whether it's at the rim or threes, teams are really hard to shut off. So we can't give them easy ones. We got to take care of the ball. We had some turnovers early in the game at our place. We can't give them that on the road. So, transition, taking care of it, and then finishing off possessions. We have to play with physicality. Big play the other night was when Mitchell got the tip in with about 45 seconds left. And, we were able to stay in it. Jawan makes a great play at the end, and then, we couldn't finish off the game. So, my three keys: take care of the ball, get back in transition, and rebound.
Okay.
Which are my three keys every game.
Oh, just three keys every game. Got it.
Fred said this has been, I don't know, you don't need to play the sound if you don't have it. He said this has been one of the toughest weeks of his professional career because of the Michigan loss, because of the Minnesota loss. Bill's been in the profession. He says he's not sleeping much. I feel bad for him in a sense. I mean, it's rough. Now they're in high pressure situation. This can't be. Could it be fun? Could you still have fun?
Yeah, because you're whatever it was 2 years ago or three, whatever it was second year, had 7 wins.
Yeah.
Might not a lot of fun right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're still in it. You're still way alive.
You control your destiny, right?
You win tonight.
Right?
I mean, it would take a lot for you not to get in. The thing that has to happen.
If they lost to Iowa, they're probably out still.
There's Jake. Just can't get over.
I'm just trying to be real. I gotta get realist.
We can. You're right.
That's
if everyone sprains their ankles today on
I'm just trying
off the bus,
trying to provide
cause
truth,
trouble.
reality there.
They do control their destiny, right? Right. I mean, if they win this game tonight and then they beat Iowa, then they win 2.
Yeah.
They're
in for sure. Yeah.
Right.
There's no question at that
Right.
point.
So
Soundly.
The thing that never comes up in any of the brackets, you always have to remember, and it happens every year, that there's probably 2 or 3 of last 4 in that are going to get kicked out because there's going to be a team that's going to already have a position locked up, and then someone beats them in the tournament.
could happen.
And so then all of a sudden, that conference takes 2 spots.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, you hear it every time they'll say, well, that just knocked somebody on the bubble out.
Mm-hmm.
That conversation will come up.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't stay just chalk across the board.
No.
So that's what affects teams that are in such a small, fine line window.
I mean, and also Nebraska's not in horrible shape health-wise now. Not horrible. I mean, Burke's 1 for 16 since coming back. 1 for 16 is bad, but
yeah.
but he's coming back
They've stayed remarkably healthy.
pretty much,
They
except
really
for the
have.
Burke thing,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
But overall, if you talk
overall.
to if you compare them to other teams,
100.
they're in the top 5%.
100. So Burke's getting back. I thought it was interesting yesterday that Fred talked about narrowing the minutes. The lineup of Gary, Williams, Hoiberg, Asesian, Morgan played 15 of the 20 in the second half against Minnesota. Gary, Williams, and Hoiberg, Sam, played all 20. And Asesian played 17. So Fred sort of narrowed the what do you call it, the rotation down. We'll look for that tonight. I wonder if Sam play the whole second half again. He's looking for guys that compete. He didn't like the how they compete.
Because that was one of his. That's probably the biggest statement he said that was probably alarming. That he's trying to find 5 guys to get out there and compete. That's a slight alarming conversation to have.
100%, Bill.
If you're saying that, that means you have a concern.
There's something.
Yeah, you have there's something else. There's an undercurrent somewhere when you say that.
Do you want to get? I see the spread for this evening.
Sure, I like
that. The spread for Nebraska at Ohio State, 8 p.m. on Peacock tonight.
3 and a hook, Ohio State.
Yep.
Reno. Ohio State's favored.
They are.
By
it's pretty easy when to pick that one out. Home game, even record.
Is it
Way to
more
nail that
or
one.
less? 4.5.
6.5. Ohio State, the favorite right now.
That is a lot.
Hosting Nebraska,
especially after you've seen
on Nebraska.
Especially after you've seen Ohio State just get spanked by Northwestern at home.
I don't think Ohio State will cover.
Ohio State rebounded from that with.
Oh my God, we're bad though. We've made some bad predictions on this show, so do not listen.
Yeah,
to
Penn State, we say to get to the casino as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll beat Minnesota easily.
People are fading our picks and making money off of our picks.
Don't listen to us. I mean, we did say that. Oh, they'll beat Minnesota easily, 15 plus.
I said 5. Minnesota.
They beat Minnesota.
That Nebraska would win.
Yeah.
Close game. They lost a close game, unfortunately.
I said they'd roll. Robin was pissed at me because I said
Penn State put up 50 in the first half.
Nailed that.
I don't think you want my prediction for this evening.
No, let's not do them.
Well, I'm not going to say it because people won't like it.
Jake, this is the classic Jake, though. I'm going to say
no.
Nebraska's going to lose. So then if they win, I'm still happy. It's the double. Just Jake, bet on Ohio State. That way you're happy. If you lose,
Buckeyes cover tonight. That's my prediction. Win and cover.
Oh no! I don't.
Ouch!
Jake.
You can catch the game though at 8:00 on Peacock.
What did we say? It's not a must-win. It's a what?
It's desperation.
Desperation.
Hey, are you guys now? You guys, to be clear, you both are going to watch.
I am watching the game.
I'm gonna have to. Well, I'm gonna need help on how to get to Peacock.
Gigi.
Yeah, I need some help. But it's doable, and we have the app.
Okay.
So yes, I will watch. I'm going to watch. Well, late night though, I like to be shut down. I like to be in bed about 9:15.
You can still be. You can still be.
The 10:15 night for sure. Watch the night game. When we come back, remember how we put up the odds for the playoff yesterday? The Big 12.
Interesting.
Not much respect. We'll discuss that next in an early break.
Bring it up.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with zero down. So check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call today at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with the child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com. When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Greens at 402-467-4444 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-4444.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion, for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break
Simple, you are an idiot.
on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Segment 2 is always sponsored by our friends at Beck's Hybrids. Farmers, we know that volume discounts are a major factor in ordering seed, and oftentimes discounts are lost buying from multiple brands. But Beck's has the most diverse lineup in the marketplace. Go to BecksHybrids.com for a full farm quote, and always remember the 3 F's: faith, family, and farming. Today we highlight Mark Roach at Roach Seed Sales in Wymore.
Southern.
Call Mark at 402-223-8078, part of the Beck's Hybrids family.
Mark's a big booster, but today also is Soybean Tuesday. Yesterday was corn. Today is soybeans. The planters are set up in Goner. Today you come in and you practice loading up your planter. And that's what they're doing. They have the live simulation. They have the golf simulator when you're in line to hit some balls.
With Frosty.
Yeah. So golf simulator set up on the side, right? And you're practicing filling up your seed for soybeans. Today is Soybean Tuesday, so you just this is just kind of the walk. This is a walkthrough. There gonna be things going on. You're gonna see tractors rolling. It's that time of year.
God,
not today. Tractor get blown over.
A little bit windy for the tractors.
Also see a tractor on its side.
Wait, no. Tractor's probably okay.
You'd think so, but
those things are stupid.
Now that would be a sight. If a tractor's turned over, whoa.
I just can't imagine that feeling, because how many times have you seen a semi that's been blown over? And
lot.
And you're driving.
A lot.
all of a sudden you feel it start to go.
Hey,
It's like
my turn too.
oh wow, oh wow,
it'd be scary.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
yeah, I'm with you.
That would be
100-mile-an-hour winds
Be
today.
scary.
Just stop with the 100. It's not supposed to be 100.
I didn't say here. I just said somewhere 100-mile-an-hour winds. Never once said it was going to be
That's
in
like
Lincoln.
hurricane winds.
It
100.
is.
60
Is
plus
that
possibly.
Well,
yeah.
Steve, you had a tease.
no? We're
Well,
Jake's got
part of the
okay.
tease was here. So we brought up yesterday in the show that Brett McMurphy posted the Circa Sports odds for next year's football national championship. Of course, we know Texas and Ohio State were the favorites at 5-1, but it was brought up that the Big 12 is pretty disrespected here. The highest odds, or the best odds, were Arizona State at 100-1, the same as Nebraska and Indiana to win the college football playoff. That's the best odds of a Big 12 team. Beyond them, you have Iowa State and K-State 150-1, Texas Tech 175-1, and Baylor would be the next at 200-1. What was your question you had?
Well,
Sip,
so
from
where's
that?
Nebraska's
Fire
odds
away.
are 100-1.
Yeah.
Nebraska's 100-1, which is, you say, the same as
Arizona State
Arizona
and
State.
Indiana?
Yeah. Where would Nebraska? How do you think Nebraska would do in the Big 12? I got to looking at it last night. I don't.
It'd be the same. It'd be real simple. Probably one of the favorites, but yet every week it's on. Because all of a sudden it's like, okay, now you're
100.
I mean, all of a sudden you're
That's exactly what I
You're
thought.
playing Baylor. Is that a layup? No.
No.
You're playing Arizona. Is that a layup? No. You're
No.
playing BYU at BYU. Is that a layup?
Very few layups.
No, but you would still feel very good about it. You're not going to Penn State.
Right.
You know, so
You don't got Ohio State to deal with.
yeah, you don't have
Oregon to deal with. Don't have Michigan to deal with.
yeah. So overall, it'd be but also the odds of it of some losses. Yeah, it's not gonna be like, oh yeah, we rolled this thing.
No.
That'd be my take.
And as you would point out too, you often do. I was looking at schedules. It's largely, some of it's schedule dependent. Like if you look at Kansas's schedule for 2025, they have a nice path.
Yeah.
They have a nice path to 8 or 9.
Right.
Nebraska with Kansas's schedule would have a nice path. With Kansas State's schedule, no, not so
That's
much. And you're looking at 7 and 5 type teams. Like I think Nebraska would be, with Kansas State's schedule, a 7 and 5 type.
I don't know.
I wish I could say differently right now.
Just think about this.
I'm just
I
being
don't know
very
how you
honest.
push back.
The
on
team
that,
that was picked last won it all.
Right.
So the point of the Big 12 last year was, it was like, no, whoa, what's going on? Every week with the games were ridiculous.
Mhm.
You didn't know who was going to win.
No.
You had no idea. And all these really good games because everyone was because the monsters out of the room, Texas and Oklahoma, they're not there anymore. You had and even though Texas and Oklahoma, especially struggled.
Oklahoma's not a monster.
What's that? They were in the Big 12.
I know. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. They're just.
They were
You're
in the
right.
Big
You're
12.
right. You're
They
not
were.
wrong.
They
Yeah.
dropped off. but they were.
So right now, if you're coaching and you were you're at Texas Tech,
Mhm.
and you had the chance, would you rather be at Texas Tech or Oklahoma?
Oklahoma. 100%.
Texas Tech or Texas?
Texas.
Okay, so they're both gone. So
Right.
everything's about like this, and that's why Texas
It
Tech
is.
Texas Tech has seen a window. They've got money, they've got NIL cash,
Oh, no, I was.
big, and they're like, hey, listen, we can get in the playoffs now.
Mhm.
Before it was going to be very hard for us to get in the playoffs. Not now.
It was Iowa State that I was referencing,
Yeah.
not Kansas State, in terms of Nebraska's schedule. Iowa State's got a kind of a harder path than a lot of teams, I think.
Who's
By
that?
the way, Iowa State plays at Arkansas State, which
At Arkansas
They play
State.
at Arkansas State this year, 100% at Arkansas State.
Well, there was a big trend there for a lot of places for 2-for-1s.
Okay.
That's what they were.
So they
2-for-1s.
play Iowa State. If you just project Nebraska into this schedule, they play Kansas State in Dublin. Lovely.
I want to go.
Farmageddon.
We want to go.
Then they play.
Are we go? We talked about going to that.
I'd like to go to that.
Then they play South Dakota. Okay. So tough opener. Then Iowa's the third game.
South
of
Dakota,
course.
by the way, was I think 4th in the FCS. It's not a gimme win.
Then at Arkansas State. Then Arizona at Jack Trice. Then at Cincinnati. Then at Colorado. Then BYU at Jack Trice. At Arizona State. At TCU. Kansas at Jack Trice. Then at Oklahoma State. It'll be hard. Some of those are you just don't know.
A lot of them you don't know.
Yeah, you just don't know. Like
That is the one thing that again that is cool about Iowa State is they play each other
I know.
every year. And that's a Big 12, Big 10 matchup. That's usually a pretty good game.
I'm glad Jake pointed this out. I don't know that the Big 12. I don't know. I'd feel kind of strange if I was a Big 12 team, the place they're in right now with those odds. Like, that's all we can get. That's all we can muster is one team at 100-1. That's it. That's all we got.
And isn't there without Scadaboo going for right?
Scadaboo was at the combine. He jumped 39.5, by the way.
So this is the guy that carried your team last year, and they're the favorite to win the conference.
Scadaboo's a bear.
And he's not even there anymore.
He's really good.
I wanted to be skeptical when you would talk about Scadaboo. Then when I watched him.
He came at me a couple times off air.
Then when I watched him, okay, no, there's nothing to be skeptical about. That's a dude.
Yeah.
He was a problem, a big problem.
From Sacramento State.
When there's a running back like that, I love from the running back position being that big of a problem. And he could catch the ball too.
Caught the ball. He threw the ball in the game. He did everything.
He did everything.
And all they had to do was stop him on 4th and 13. And that team would be inducted into like the Arizona State Hall of Fame. There'd be statues. They'd have beat Texas and went to the next round.
Oh, they were right there.
Yeah, I mean, and 4th and 3rd. It wasn't like, well, what are you going to do? Remember what happened? What happened on the play? They got smoked out. They had an all-out blitz, and Texas
Ewers
called them in, protected it, got the double move, boom, like that.
Ewers delivered.
He delivered.
Scadaboo, though, showed at the combine what the deal is. Look at him. He's a tough little built-to-the-ground guy, and then he jumped 39.5. Yeah. So he's explosive, real explosive.
Someone said we didn't run, didn't do this. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's impossible to be slow and jump 39.5. Just so you know, it's impossible.
Explosive.
I mean, sure,
I don't even care what his
40 is. What's his 10 split?
Right.
Is what I'm talking about.
As long as he's 4.7 or 8, I don't care.
It's because his 10's going to be at a 39.5. His 10's probably going to be about a 156.
Yeah, or below.
You're below, could be below that, which would be incredible.
Right.
Again, running backs like that, they operate in a 10 to 20 yard window.
See, Lance, on the other hand, at Kansas, Lance Leipold at
You've
Kansas.
jumped into schedule world, which you know is that's my sweet spot.
I was looking at it because of Jake's rundown. That did capture my attention. Really, the best they can do is a 100-1 shot to win it all.
And a lot of it is because they will beat each other up.
Yeah.
But there's not a dominant team in there.
No.
And there's no But
there's not.
Think about this one. Who has the most money?
Who does?
Texas Tech's not even close.
Oh God.
Texas Tech.
They got 175. They have the fourth best odds in the conference right now.
Yeah. Texas Tech has the most money. They're like, you know what? Because where are they in basketball right now? What, 10th?
Humor me on Kansas's schedule.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'd love to.
Now project Nebraska into this.
Like tell jokes or just listen?
just you listen.
Okay.
Fresno State in Lawrence.
Right now, Fresno's not Fresno.
Right. Thank you, Bill.
It's not Fresno.
Wagner. Then at Missouri.
It's a good Wagner team. At Missouri, very tough.
Very tough.
Yes.
Then they get West Virginia at home, Cincinnati at home. Okay. At UCF. Now at Texas Tech's rough. Then Kansas State in Lawrence, Oklahoma State in Lawrence, at Arizona, at Iowa State, Utah in Lawrence.
They might have the best schedule of anybody.
It's pretty good. It's pretty manageable.
There's something good. Yeah. Is it hard? Yes, but what conference shouldn't be hard? If you're in the Power Four, you should have a pretty hard conference.
Yeah, ACC. Wouldn't you say pretty much any ACC team, the schedule is going to be pretty hard?
Yeah,
pretty hard.
Isn't that pretty hard? And the teams, I mean, right now it's Clemson is still. They're not Clemson of old, but they're still just below.
Well, you like them, though.
You still like them. Florida State was the team Florida State won 2 games. They won 2 games.
2-10.
And they've cut a deal with the ACC to get paid more. Imagine you're sitting there, then you're like NC State going, walking me through.
Hang on a second. They were 2-10.
They were 2-10.
What?
And their basketball team, not good.
You're right about Clemson. I was looking at Clemson last night. They have so much production back.
And they've got defense.
And they got the quarterback.
You think the D coordinator left Penn State to go to Clemson and they weren't loaded?
He went for a reason.
You don't also I think I'm gonna go to Wake Forest. Just try to see if I can build those guys up a little bit. Try to get a team together. Nope.
They got loaded.
Yeah, they're loaded.
Anyway. Big 12. I don't know what to make of.
Not much love for the Big 12 for the Circus Sports sides.
See, Clemson would get what kind of they probably released them. What do you think
Clemson was like 5th?
Yeah. I think they're 20-1.
20-1, yeah. 20. They're the fifth or 6th best odds in the country, though. So, a good team. Song of the day is next. An early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group, trial attorneys you can trust.
Hi, I'm Jake from Lexington.
I'm Ellen from Ogallala.
My name's Ray from Sydney.
Hello, I'm Jenny from McCook.
Ryan from Lincoln here.
And I'm Steve from Omaha.
And we've all got one thing in common.
We all love trucks.
Which means we all want to win one of the 8th grade 2025 Ford F-150 XLT trucks in Trucks and Bucks from the Nebraska Lottery.
So I guess that means we have two things in common.
Well, I love playing Trucks and Bucks.
3 things in common.
And we're all from Nebraska.
Sounds like 4.
And I think the gray color of the trucks this year is beautiful.
5 things. Guys, I just want to go to a Nebraska Lottery retailer, buy some tickets, and start playing today.
There's 6.
I like turnips.
I guess we stop at 6.
Trucks and Bucks, your Nebraska Lottery's most popular scratch ticket is back. Top prize odds are winning $336,000. Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company.
We're in Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
We got chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast, and their world famous cane sauce. Could shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love. Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Picture this. You're in the doghouse and flowers just won't cut it this time. Enter jewelry, the ultimate peace offering. It's a gesture that speaks volumes, showing her you're willing to go the extra mile to make things right. So next time you're in the doghouse, remember, diamonds are a guy's best friend too. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
St. Patrick's Day is on a Monday this year, but St. Patrick's Eve is on a Sunday, and you won't want to miss that party at Matson's Bowling and Billiards. Families are welcome to join in on the Olympics and win great prizes, or just come down to have one of Sarah's favorites, corned beef and cabbage, or one of Brady's favorites, bangers and mash. Plus, great music all afternoon from Crosby, Stills, Bangers and Mash. That's St. Patrick's Eve on Sunday, March 16th at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big tough? If you're a big tough guy this morning,
but you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
He stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're going to see gusts to 60 miles per hour tonight. Going to feel like a hurricane out there. Rock You Like a Hurricane by Scorpions, your song of the day. 464-5685.
On that
1 is bad, 10 is good. Text already on the Sartor Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
Was that the theme?
That's the theme today.
Was that the theme?
There's a theme. Hurricane winds this evening and tomorrow morning.
That song is like a bad relationship you just can't quit. I mean, I just can't
to quit it, but you
can't dislike it. I hear it. And Bill, I listen to oldies channels. That song, they play it probably twice a day. Okay?
Twice an hour.
It's always
twice an hour, really.
You know,
It's not a good song.
Stop.
Not a good song.
Stop. Isn't it?
I can quit it very easily.
What about Walk Up?
No, absolutely not. I'm making a hard no.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no. Nope.
At 11 p.m., you walk in a bar and that song's playing. Full bar. Rock You Like a Hurricane.
Scorpion. Are they in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I'm going to say no.
I would think they would be.
Scorpions?
Yeah,
Scorpions. Yep. Not just
Scorpions.
Me and Bill have a little dichotomy here. I like the song.
Same as yesterday. There's difference yesterday because you rated somehow the song low.
When I say
Ricky,
can't
don't lose
quit
that number.
it, I mean I like it. Like I hear it and I don't turn it off. It's an interesting song to me. It's funny, kind of. He's licking his lips. He's ready to win. It's kind of disgusting. You know, I go 7.8555. Like it.
4.2221.
Why?
I thought you might go lower than 4.
Why don't you like it?
Nothing. No. No, doesn't do anything for me.
Too much?
Yeah, just too much. Yeah, just never.
Well, what about the theme, though, Bill?
I like the theme was great.
Okay.
And also, as you know, Steve, that time of music in '84 is terrible. It's bad.
Terrible. Easy.
Overall,
I hate to hear you
it
say
doesn't
that.
compare.
Well, here's the deal. If I can't play repeats on the show, you're gonna hear a lot of 80s bangers coming up here.
Yeah, here
So
you go.
better prepare
Thanks,
for
Steve.
that.
Thanks, Steve. That's you brought on us now. Here we go.
Yeah, I got a whole
no,
decade
no,
of songs we've
please.
avoided.
This is my era, and the music was bad. So,
Well, give me an example other than the Scorpion.
I don't know. Just
like Huey Lewis.
Huey's kind of okay. I don't want to see. When's the last time you go? God, can you put Loverboy on quick? I mean,
Duran Duran.
No,
that was 80s though.
That was
Come on,
80s.
Jake, help. 80s.
Yeah.
Duran Duran's 80s.
Yeah.
There just was nothing. There was-
Big bands like or the bands that like who's
Bon Jovi was in the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah. He has some stuff.
Can you do that?
Anyway,
one?
I'm just saying. Ellie's a 5.4. 7.9. Your dad went 7.
And Derek, he calls her dad Derek.
News to
Derek.
7. Okay.
Derek gave it a 7.
Wow, that's pretty high.
We
Okay.
have a lot of scores coming in here before we get to move on. See from YouTube first. We'll go to YouTube. Genghis 9.9 way better times says Genghis Corn.
Genghis Corn on the tube.
Bolt says also better times 9.2. Chris 9.5. Smoking Gun Joe says banger 9. Casey says hurricane winds. I see what you did today, Jake. 8.7.
Yes.
Yeah, got the theme.
I like
there.
that. I like the theme.
9.2 from John and Lincoln. Corey and Lincoln 2. No surprise
2.
there. It's usually a 1 or 2 from Corey.
Corey hates every song.
He does. He really does.
He does not one song. He's like, what era, genre, nothing matters. 2.
Sean in Omaha 9.7. Bill and Bennett 8.9. Ryan in California 8.8. Lyle in Omaha 9.7. Husker Rick 10. Who Clemens? Bird 3.
Corey and Bird.
2 and a 3.
5 total. 5 total between them.
That's all they can get is 2.
They're very discerning.
Triple H's dad 8 on that one. Vernon Dakin 4.6. Sanderson says thank you, Jake. 80s 9.5. Lucas North Dakota 1.1. Kurt in Kentucky had to turn that up. Better times 9.8.
I'm way off on this one for as
No,
far as
you're
like,
not off. It's your personal
well,
opinion.
I mean, for what the
fine.
fans like.
Yeah, but you're fine.
How about the fact that it was right in the era? I don't like the era. I did not like the music during that time. I listened to
80s bands.
I listened to 70s music. That's what I listened to.
80s bands
I
like,
like
Duran
the 80s.
Duran, REM. You do not like REM, do you?
I don't like REM.
Oh, I like REM.
Okay,
I
you do.
don't-
I'll
I
take
don't
REM.
like
Yeah.
REM.
The Police were 80s.
Yeah. No.
Def Leppard,
Like
Guns
Yeah.
N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses, I like. They had one album. That's it.
Duran Duran's a funny band. Keep going, Jake. Keep going.
At bands?
Yeah,
Oh, on
no.
scores. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Steve McCook 9.3. Fricky in Lincoln says attaboy, Jake 9.3. 8.3 from Bob. Wet Blanket gives that a
The Blanket
4, but 4 points with the theme.
Madonna was big. Public Enemy.
Yeah.
Billy Joel. Phil Collins.
It's not a horrible decade.
Def Leppard stinks.
No, they don't.
Yes, Jake.
Take it
they're
back.
horrifying.
Take it back. Take it back. Take it back.
I mean, George Michael. Can I sell you George Michael?
A couple songs.
Wake Me Up before you
Yeah,
go.
It's not a good era.
Once again,
It's
you're
not.
Song
Not as
of
good
the
as the 70s.
Song of the day, Rock You Like a Hurricane by Scorpions from 1984. I'd say the average score is about a 6. On that.
Well, likely higher than that. I think your average score is for
Think
what
higher?
you read
Yeah.
is higher than that, Jake. So you
Okay.
nailed it.
Okay,
You
thank
get
you.
some-
Thank you. We did some research during the. I was sent a tweet.
A rare fit of research.
we
on
did.
this show.
And we had to confirm it was true.
It threw me.
Right.
It stopped me in my tracks. I was
Okay.
going to my band workout, and you said this, and I go, "Hang on,
I was sent a tweet that someone says that Connor Essegian, with 2 games to go plus postseason, the Big Ten tournament, and whatever Nebraska makes, only has 9 threes less than what Keisei Tominaga had all of last year on 31 less attempts.
Isn't that amazing?
We did the research. Sip brought up Essegian stats. I've got Tominaga's here. Here's
that
Tominaga.
just shocks me.
You want which one you want
I'll
first?
go Tominaga. So Tominaga last year, and this is his best year, by the way, at Nebraska, was 76 of 202 on threes, 37.6%. For the whole season, postseason included, 76 for 202. Connor Season Sip with 2 games to go for sure, plus the Big Ten tournament, plus whatever tournament Nebraska makes is what?
67 of 171, which computes to 39.2%.
So
he's a better shooter than Casey.
Better percentage, 9 shots, 9 threes less with several games to go, and 31 less attempts than Tominaga last year.
He's a better shooter than Casey.
Facts are facts.
I wouldn't have guessed it.
I don't think anybody in this room could have thought that was the case this morning. I'm stunned by that.
How many people? Yeah, he's a junior, by the way, so he doesn't. Connor a season has another year left.
That really.
Who would have thought that?
That also tells you just about how that perception is reality. It's just like if your perception,
or it's not always
not exactly. I screwed that one up.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like my perception was this, and that's not what it was.
No, your perception would have been that Casey had probably 20 more 3-pointers in it.
I would have guessed 25 to 30 more 3-pointers.
Perception.
His best year was 76. I mean, his first year here, he made 36 threes. Year 2, 66. In his final year, 76 threes.
The season's going to pass him. He's going to race past him.
He should. If Nebraska wins games, he should.
And it
pass
might
him.
happen in the regular season. There's a chance he gets 9 in these next 2 games.
Yep. He'll have at least one game in the
Do you
Big
have
Ten
a season's total points, Sip it all or not? Or points per game at least?
I can. Hold on. Jake.
I would sure bet that is lower.
Tominaga had 484 points last year.
Okay, hold on. I got to go back to the
And the
stats.
season was that would be an injury situation.
Okay, a season stats. Total points. Is that what you're
Yep,
asking me?
yep.
He has 643.
This year?
Yes. Yeah, 100. No, that's not
Yeah,
right.
I was gonna say, there's
I don't
no
think so.
chance of that.
No, he has 305. That was minutes.
Okay.
305.
So
305.
Tominaga had 484. He had a lot of free throws. Also, he made almost 100 non-threes last year. He drove the lane pretty well.
He did more creative around. He did some different things. Yes.
Yes. Very interesting.
Tominaga overall was a 46% shooter in general last 37% from 3, but 40.
But he got to the line.
in general.
Like you said, he got to the line.
The season is Nebraska's third leading scorer at 10.5 points. So Bryce is number 1, and Gary's number 2. Bryce is averaging 19.7. Fred yesterday made a case for Bryce to be all Big Ten first team, which I tend to
support
agree
that.
with. I do too.
It's right now to be all Big Ten is so hard. There's 18 teams.
Right.
Really hard. You start talking about, hang on now. It's a lot. But
yeah, we have a response from people on the Tominaga season comparison. Someone said, I think that Casey was more clutch in important moments. So he made some big shots. Season makes threes when they don't matter from Kevin. Okay, that's a little harsh.
It is.
Mud Dog says Tominaga would not have missed that one at the end against Michigan. Well, that's a hypothetical.
That's a
hypothetical. More
Can't
momentum.
prove you wrong on that.
No, I can't. Did Casey miss some time with an injury last year? Ankle injury? Is that possible?
He missed some time.
Okay.
He missed some time.
Forgot about that.
The guy that's really struggling from the 3-point line for Nebraska is Raleigh Worcester.
Well, yeah.
10 for 47. 10 for 47. Which I don't think he came here.
What if he hit 6 of them tonight? It could happen.
That would be the Brendan Rigsby
He
game.
goes Minnesota.
He
goes Minnesota.
He goes Rigsby. That'd be great. Raleigh, we welcome you to do 6 threes tonight. That'd be wonderful if you made him against Ohio State. The Brendan Rigsby Raleigh Worcester game. That'd be nice.
The difference is, I know you're not suggesting that Worcester's as good a shooter as Rigsby. Rigsby's a legit shooter. You can see it. He can shoot. He came in Nebraska and scored 20.
He had a game winner. He had points he had 3 points in the previous 4 games combined in very low minutes.
He hit 1 3 in 4 games combined. It came and hit one for 20.
Terrible. Congrats to him. There's your stat of the day.
That's
on the
stat
season
of the day.
Tominaga.
That's a really good
Hope
one.
that blows your mind like it blew our mind in here.
Yeah, it does.
When we come back, hour 2, we're getting late in the season, so let's revise what team in the Big Ten can go furthest in the NCAA tournament. That's next in the early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Spring is a time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Fuhrer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter, or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Fuhrer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Picture this. You're in the doghouse and flowers just won't cut it this time. Enter jewelry, the ultimate peace offering. It's a gesture that speaks volumes, showing her you're willing to go the extra mile to make things right. So next time you're in the doghouse, remember, diamonds are a guy's best friend too. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Hey, Husker Nation. This is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top-quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans, so I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Tuesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2, as always, sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. Also at 70th and Pioneers. And what does Shin Daddy have going on today on a Tuesday, Bill?
Martial arts, Taekwondo Tuesday. The kids will loop. Martial arts, Taekwondo Tuesday. I know there's a difference technically between Taekwondo and karate, but they will be looping the Karate Kid. The movie will be playing looping all day long. So
Thanks for making the distinction, though.
So when somebody comes in, hold it. This isn't karate. This is Taekwondo. True, but we're still looping the show. It's just a great show.
It's going to be on screens.
On 4 screens, big screens. Wax on, wax off. And then they're going to loop the kids down for a Taekwondo class that Shin Dad will be teaching every hour, 8:44, 9:44, 10:44, all the way through to 3:44 is the last class.
And I suppose Shindy's a black belt.
He is. We've talked. He is a black belt.
And Tamra, what is she?
What's that?
Is Tamra in the belt world?
What's that? Green
belt.
Green belt. Yeah.
So everyone's
beginners
welcome. Are fine.
Yeah, and also all ages. Now they're going to loop the kids, but also that it's one of those things. If you ever saw that on Seinfeld where Kramer did karate class, he did it with youth. He did it because he was a beginner, so he started off with them. So anybody,
Kramer did.
Oh yeah, it was hilarious. And he was beating all the kids. He was beating them all, and he was like 40 years old. And they were like 8. Oh yeah, it's worth seeing. It's worth seeing. So that's what's going on today at Midwest Bank.
Sounds like a good day.
Taekwondo Tuesday.
Oh God, that would be so
Karate
annoying.
Kid on loop. Imagine walking in all of a sudden. They make you put a robe on. Steve, put a robe on.
I'm not putting a robe on.
I'm not putting a robe on.
Shindy.
He says,
just here for a second.
You're putting a robe on.
I'm not doing
a robe on at my bank.
Shindy, I'm not doing the class. I got boots on.
Hey, don't forget though, he's got a black belt. He could kick your butt if you don't listen to him.
Oh, you think Shindy could kick my butt?
I do.
He's a black belt.
Oh, come on.
He's a black belt. Are you a black belt?
I don't think you know who you're.
He would charge you.
He charged
you. Yeah, you don't
like a bull.
Yeah, you don't box a boxer.
Yeah. You get a box
thing you do. That's the dumbest thing you do.
Like a bull. What if I just step to the side?
Yeah. Olay.
Olay.
Oh God, you guys.
There's a lot going on at the bank today.
It's a big day in Creighton at Midwest Bank. Thanks to Shin Daddy for sponsoring always Hour 2. 402-464-5685. Most teams have 2 games to go in the Big Ten season before we get to the conference tournament and the NCAA tournament. So we've done a little bit of this over the last few weeks, but as we get closer to the end, are we getting a better feel of what team in the Big Ten can go the furthest in the NCAA tournament? We all know matchup matters in these games, but in terms of just looking at the teams, which one or two can or should go the deepest in the NCAA tournament?
Bill, you've watched a lot. You have.
I have seen quite a bit. Is Michigan still the number 2 team?
Yeah, I got the standings. I got him, Jake. They're number 2. Michigan State's 15-3 in the conference. Michigan's 14-4.
Yeah, I would go in order: Michigan State, Maryland, Wisconsin.
Okay.
Then Michigan.
You're leaving Purdue out.
What's that? Yeah, I put Purdue 5th.
Okay.
Behind Michigan.
That could be a toss up right there. Yeah, I have Purdue. Yes.
Do you think Michigan State has the best chance of going deep?
I think they've improved the most too. Michigan
They've won
State,
5 in a row.
They're playing really well right now.
Yeah.
And so earlier on, I was kind of like, but now I'm more on board with them.
I haven't seen a lot of Michigan State, oddly enough, but they've won 5 in a row. The team that Jake identified, Wisconsin, the other day, is a team that can go deep, and I absolutely think they can win 3. Wisconsin. That's the team other than Michigan State, which you have seen, I haven't. I haven't seen Michigan State. I've seen a lot of Wisconsin. And why? Because they have maybe the player of the year nationally in Tanji. So they have the point guard and they have the bigs. They don't have to have scoring droughts. And they don't, because they're scoring at a high level now. And they have the mix to do it. I think Maryland does too, but I like Wisconsin better than Maryland. Maryland, Jake's right. The lack of depth is sort of a concern.
Yeah. But their first 5 are all averaging. It's like
right.
I know everyone
if
can
they're
score.
healthy and they're on, they can go as far as anybody.
Yeah,
absolutely. Those 5 are very good.
They have some bad stretches though. Maryland, I like them a lot, but I like Wisconsin better. I wish I knew more about Michigan State. I don't see Michigan going deep.
No, they're the ones except for the 2. I think they're going to be a great coaching job by Dusty. Man.
Oh yeah, he does. He's
the fact that they has them at 14-4. When you watched them at Nebraska, not one thing said, "Boy, they should win the Big Ten." Nope, you're more like one. Why are they not middle of the pack?
Michigan's last 3 games, they beat Nebraska by 3 in a ugly game.
Yeah.
Then they beat Rutgers at a buzzer beater, and they get pounded at home by Illinois by 20.
That doesn't
like
really
they've been flirting with disaster for a while, for some bad luck for a while, and they finally hit them with the blowout loss to Illinois.
They probably needed that blowout loss. They needed that.
Yeah,
to kind of be like hang on now, we're right there, going to win the Big Ten maybe, and hang on, we're not playing that great.
Nebraska did a great job with those 2 7-footers. Golden got him early. Remember in the Michigan game?
Yes.
Golden looked like he was going to have a game, and then they shut him down. Wolf was never a major factor. He got in foul trouble against Nebraska, but he was never. Wolf's a strange 7-footer because he faces the rim all the time. Purdue is the team. I'm surprised that they have the point guard. They have
Smith.
And they have the hyphen Wren, whatever his name is.
Kaufman Wren.
The
hyphen.
He's a hyphen.
That's his nickname, the hyphen.
The hyphen.
What is his name? Who went off last night? The hyphen.
The hyphen did. Oh, he did. Oh, the hyphen.
Kaufman Wren's good, and so is the point guard Smith. They're a strange team too to me. I don't know why they're not a little bit better.
When Lawyer gets going too, he's tough.
Fletcher Lawyer.
Yeah, he can hit a bunch of
yes,
threes.
He can.
They made 19 against Nebraska. Don't forget, 104 points against Nebraska at home. 19 threes in that game they made. So they're not that elite.
No, they're not a horrible
shooting team, but they can't get hot.
The question
I don't see any of them in the Final Four.
Okay, now that's what I was going to ask you.
I do not see a Big Ten in the Final Four.
Do you think Michigan State has the best chance though?
Probably. It sounds all master of the obvious. They're number 1. But when you watch them right now, they're playing. They went to Maryland and won. That's hard to do.
Oh,
that's hard to do.
Oh, it really is. Like I said. I'd like to see Wisconsin get there. I'd like to see.
Yep, and the team that could be Wisconsin and Maryland, I see the same. But all of a sudden, it's like, oh, they're in the Elite 8. Wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't be like, there's no way. How did that happen? It's like, no, it can happen.
It's important as we hit March now to see which teams are playing great right now. Michigan State, you guys mentioned 5 straight wins. Oregon's won 5 straight. We didn't believe in them. Nebraska beat them on the road. They've won 5 straight. A couple of those are road games, though, by the way. Mm-hmm. And tonight they will host Indiana. It's going to be a big game on the East Coast, on the West Coast. Excuse me.
But it's on at the same time.
BTN, same time as Nebraska in Ohio State.
Wait a second. Oregon plays host to Indiana tonight?
Yeah. Yes.
Big one.
That's and Indiana's won 3 straight. Oregon's won 5 straight. They're both playing some really good basketball right now.
That's a big game.
Illinois looked like they were dead when they got pounded by Duke by 43 points. We mentioned
43.
We mentioned off the air that Duke is just steamrolling everybody by 30 plus points right now. It's amazing. They won last week by 35 points, I believe. But Illinois, again,
just hard it is to win by 35.
And they do it all the time.
Illinois
won by 20 though at Michigan, and they're starting. They when they are right, they are really dangerous.
They had a lot of flu and mononucleosis.
Thank you for saying that.
They got jacked up.
Yeah, they really that waylaid them a little bit. So maybe they're coming out of that. Where's UCLA in your thoughts? Do you see? Could they win two? Could they win?
I think
two?
so. Yeah.
In the tournament,
they have. Yes, they could win two. Right now, I think I'm trying to figure out their road record. They've done pretty well on the road this year. They lost at Nebraska in early January, but they went at Northwestern last night, who's been playing some good basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Northwestern was on a 4-game win streak before last night.
Jeez.
And they pushed UCLA to the brink, but lost at home. UCLA is 12-7 in conference play. They're 21-9 overall. Depending on matchup, yeah, they could win a couple games for sure. They still don't score a ton of points all the time. They've gotten better in the scoring department, but they're still not a high scoring team. So if their defense is as plays as well as it can, then they can certainly go a long way or win a couple games. But Wisconsin to me is the team I'm going with.
Okay,
that's my team.
That goes the
furthest. Yep, I'm with you. I don't know.
I don't mind that pick.
Elite 8 team. Final 4 team. I don't know if that exists in the Big Ten, but Elite 8, sure. I could see maybe one or two in the Elite 8.
Tanji's a bear.
Talk about it. Talk about the one time you really want to see. I'm very excited to see the brackets. I am pumped to see why'd
you say that?
Well, where does all those SEC teams play, and when do they have to play each other? When you put in 12 to 13, when are they going to match up with each other? Because there's they know each other. They know each other well, and that's going to be interesting. If all of a sudden in the Sweet 16, the two teams that are going to be okay, that's interesting who these teams are playing. So
what a league!
It's incredible. So right now it's like you have 4 to 5 teams in the SEC that could win it.
Yeah.
You have one in the Big 12 in Houston that could win it. And you have one in the ACC, and that's really about it.
You can make an argument for Iowa State possibly.
Okay,
possibly
to
win.
Bill, I'm
saying
Bill,
possibly.
Bill,
Houston, absolutely.
Bill, I'm going to say you left out Iowa State. I'm sorry.
I would be surprised if they won it all.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bill.
All due respect, I think you have to put Iowa State in that conversation. Right?
Yes. Houston was.
Houston's the only team.
Houston's 18-1 in conference play. Is that right?
Yeah. Here's the deal. Now, Bill maybe has a point here. Houston 18-1, Texas Tech 13-5. Do you think they could win it all? I don't know. I haven't seen them. Arizona's 13-5 loaded. Iowa State's 12-6. BYU's 12-6. Kansas is 10-9. That's it.
10-9 for Kansas.
Yep.
So what's going to happen, you guys know, someone's going to get Kansas. Kansas is going to be an 8 or 9 seed. They're probably going to win. And then round 2, you're a 1 seed and you're playing Kansas.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
But still, they're not. It's the class. They're not playing great. You wouldn't fear them. You would. Nope. There's no chance you watch Kansas now and go, "What are we going to do?"
No.
It's just the jersey. It's just the logo.
Nebraska played Kansas. I'd be like, let's see what this looks like. Seriously, they could play with them. Don't look at me like that. They could.
I'm not. I'm with you on that one. Okay. I'd be scared of UConn in the dance because Dan Hurley. But
talk about it.
Why would you be?
Do you remember? Do you remember that? Boy, you'd like to have that right now, wouldn't you, Jake? You'd love to have an 8-9 versus. Remember, Jake?
That means that means you're.
I'm going to walk off a cliff. Why is that, Jake? Well, it looks like we're playing UConn 8 versus 9.
Now
we're on for that. Now,
Now we're on the outskirts. We're looking at Dayton for crying out loud.
We wish we had 8 versus 9 UConn, don't you, Jake?
I would take that
you
right
would take that right now, but this is right like the freezer. Power's off, meat's done. You got 3.5 days, Jake. Hour later, power's back. We had to go for an hour.
I opened the freezer 3 times. Why?
Checking on
it.
Do
that.
Just leave.
Not gonna just melt.
The first thing I text was, Jake, leave the freezer shut.
And I
said, not open it.
I already opened it.
He kept checking it. I don't know. It looks like this is melting to me. Honey, get the grill out. Get the sirloins out.
You were talking 3 days without power. I was like, Jake, it'll be on by the time you wake up.
Yeah. It's like we were in Alaska or something with one
like Beirut.
I've got 2 texts. Some people are saying, don't forget about a certain team that we are all a fan of because of a certain coach. That is St. John's, Rick Pitino. They don't score a ton of points. Right. Really good defensively.
We love them. Also, our show needs to be really evaluated. It really does.
Why is that?
We went all day yesterday. Didn't talk once about his white suit, which was one of the
screenshots.
We had the screen.
Splendid.
No, check this one out. I called Sip. And I said, turn on, and he turned on the TV. As I was in Kearney, we watched it together. Look at him. Look at him. He's in a white suit, coaching in the Garden. It's 72 years old, coaching in the Garden in a white suit. And he's got St. John's hasn't won the league since
85.
1985.
We're in high school.
Year two makes it happen.
Year two. And they're in the Garden. Pitino in the Garden in a white suit.
Pitino has them 26-4 and 17-2. The man is aging gracefully.
Yes, he is.
Yes, we should be on. We should call him.
We should get him on a segment.
How do you do it, Rick?
Rick, we do a segment called Aging Gracefully. We'd like to have you on. No, I'm in charge of it. He would be on as a guest.
Who do you, here's my first question is, where is the suit kept?
He has multiple white suits.
Yeah, multiple white suits.
Yeah.
Was Olson did like get it out, and his wife goes and gets it out of the closet. There it is, and get it to the dry cleaners and get it ready. Was it? Can you imagine? So I'm going to say he probably didn't wear it to the Garden. It was probably hung up in his locker room. Imagine him going in all of a sudden.
But what if he did walk to the
Garden?
Garden?
What if all of a sudden he's just hanging out with his team, and all of a sudden he leaves for a while and comes back out? I mean, if I'm the shooting guard, if I'm the 2 guard for St. John's, and all of a sudden your coach comes out in an all white suit out of nowhere, that'd be one to go
flabbergasted.
Be flabbergasted. You'd be like,
in a good way.
In a good way. It's like, check this out.
How about Pitino and the aura of Pitino and think about how real it is. That white suit.
We're talking about Chris Mullen.
That white suit is. That's
I kind of wish he showed up with the suit on. He pulls out of the car and walks out with the suit. That'd be kind of badass.
And by the way, I love the suit thing.
First of all, Jake, they come in a bus. They don't drive a car.
Oh, okay, fine. He comes on the bus.
He's not in a Civic.
Fine. He comes on the bus.
Buick.
Might be different from Pitino. You never know. We might have different rules.
God, those guys that wear suits, I love it.
Oh, I do too. I still, yeah. I'm right now. Cronin with his is even the better. He has a vest on, which is just
the guy at A&M.
And Buzz
Williams.
Yeah, Buzz Williams.
Can't stand Buzz, but I like the way
he's always sweaty.
Yeah.
But he sweats that 3-piece suit all the time.
Yeah, but Pitino, nobody does that suit better than Pitino.
It's amazing.
And it says this is big, guys. This is big. I like that about that.
Someone says, meanwhile, Fred has a polo tucked into sweatpants on the text line.
They're joggers. He has that. But what if Fred came out in a white suit tonight?
Yes.
Incredible.
Come on, Fred. Come on, Fred.
What if all of a sudden
Fred would look good.
He would look good.
Yeah.
He would look good. Imagine all of a sudden it's like, Fred, we need this one. Get the white suit.
Fred could pull it off.
He could pull it off.
He'd look extraordinary. In that suit. He would.
We went on an all red suit, just a red suit.
Change the vibe, Fred.
No.
That's a clown suit.
You
don't want an all red. No, white, all white, yes. All red, no. That's a clown suit.
White suit. Come on, Fred.
St. John's. I mean, because what I'd like to see Pitino do at some point in time? I'd like to see him wear an old Carnesecca sweater.
Oh,
Jake, you know about the sweater?
I've seen the sweater
great
before.
Idea.
Oh, it'd be a great for a throwback game.
It's a great idea.
He shows up in an old Lou Carnesecca sweater because he wore the sweaters.
Yes, he did.
And he was known for the sweaters. Every game was an incredible sweater.
You have some good ideas, and that's not a bad. That's a very good one.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, just one game, a Carnesecca sweater,
and then the whole. But what if everyone in the arena wore for Lou?
That'd be
wore
great.
One of those.
Hey, by the way, Big East standings: St. John's 17-2, Marquette 13-5, Creighton 13-5. Jake.
Creighton had a big loss. Xavier.
They got pounded at Xavier. Pounded like 20-some points.
That's a big loss.
Rebels in Creighton lost.
He does.
I watched the highlights of that one for sure.
UConn 12-6, Jake. I'm telling you, UConn's beatable if Nebraska would play them. They're beatable. Xavier's
Jake,
I would love to play them now.
Is that your best day, Jake? Nebraska wins, Creighton loses simultaneously. Day. Is that
the best? The best if that happened in the NCAA tournament, where they're out in the first round, you win your first ever game. That is
you would
euphoria
come in
forever. I would watch the games on repeat for the rest of my life and say this is the day that
Jake would come in. He would float in.
Sandy weighs
with
in
the hair.
Sanderson.
David weighs in. David Sanderson. Pitino wore the He wore the Carnesecca sweater when Lou passed away.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You can do it again though.
Great. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
So
wow, I love that idea though. One game a year, wear the Carnesecca sweater.
We got Pitino in the white in and St. John's winning it all again. And then we also have Brooks and Dunn back together
with ELO and
We're
BTO.
back.
ELO and,
We're
and,
back,
and
baby.
BTO in each end zone. Things are coming around, guys.
Boy, it is safe to say this room is huge Pitino fans.
Yeah. All 3 for 3 weeks.
Who wouldn't be?
How could you not
Well,
like
here's
that
the
guy?
thing. There was Bill. You were probably buried.
I know there was a lot of things.
You were buried in work.
If you do a hard research, there's some things that come up. It's like,
Louisville got a little dicey.
Everybody,
It got dicey at Louisville, but
real dicey.
He's rebounded
dicey.
nicely.
It's he had to go to Greece for a year.
There was some startling,
went to Greece
startling news that came out of Louisville.
He went to
There
Iona.
was more than one, and then he had to go to Greece for a year,
And then Iona.
And this, but
What is he though? I mean, it's informative to have these conversations. You can weather that storm. He weathered it very well. He rehabbed himself.
the biggest story right now for one of the guys for that they're like they definitely. I don't know if he won last night because this is a fun time of year. Remember this. This is mid majors. Whatever is everyone a mid major? It's not one of the D4. That's crazy. That's like 340 teams.
A lot of mid majors out there.
But those mid major tournaments, they're going now. They're rolling right now.
Okay.
And so those get going like that. But the guy that everybody says is gonna get back in for sure is Will Wade from LSU. And he's on.
What was this?
He's on audio saying, "I made that guy an incredible offer."
Oh no, it wasn't that.
It was a.
It was. What was it?
It was an incredible offer.
It was
very solid offer, whatever. It was something like that.
A damn solid offer, something like. But it was not damn.
He's at McNeese, by the way. They're 25-6 this year.
Yeah,
Will Wade is.
Will Wade will be back in.
Yeah, so everybody's saying like, no, Will Wade will be back in. And why wouldn't you be when you see some of the stuff that's like, okay. And also, this is a classic example. Will Wade was one that got caught. There's a lot of people that didn't ever come up with that whole Adidas basketball.
Oh, yeah.
There was an undercurrent in basketball that was unreal.
Well, the feds were investigating.
Yes, the
FBI.
FBI. So let's not just think it was like it was the one guy that was just kind of no.
When we come back, the entertainment of Bill Belichick just grows and grows and grows. More about that. They will tell you what that means next. An early break on the ticket.
What did Will Wade say?
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with zero down. So check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
MWA Pro Wrestling returns to Lincoln Friday night, March 7th at the First Avenue Social Hall. And in Beatrice at the Beatrice Auditorium on Saturday night, March 8th at 7 p.m. Don't miss two huge shows. Visit Facebook.com/MWA Pro Wrestling for more information. Tickets are on sale for both events. Friday night, March 7th, 7:30 p.m. First Avenue Social Hall in Lincoln. Saturday night, March 8th at the Beatrice Auditorium, 7 p.m. Brought to you by 10 Pins Fun Center, Felipe Electric, and Stone Hollow Brewing Company.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see a chance of rain. It will be windy. An afternoon high around 58. Tonight, a chance of rain and snow to be windy with blizzard conditions possible. Low around 25. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies. It will be windy with blowing snow. A high around 39. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Just about everyone from every part of the state wants to win one of the 8 gray 2025 Ford F-150 XLT trucks in Trucks and Bucks, your Nebraska Lottery's most popular scratch game. But remember, since Nebraskans of all ages and locations around the state just love this game, tickets will sell fast. So play today and experience the power of gray. Trucks and Bucks top prize odds are 1 in 336,000. Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with the child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
This
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
is Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We tell you a lot about the power of trade-offs. Grain marketing, they make it easy for you.
The DOS.
Adam Mickus and the crew. Bill, you know these guys very well, what they do. They're incredible people to help out with grain marketing. Make it so something, it can be difficult by yourself. If you let them help you out, it will work out well for you and your farm.
Can you imagine right now, it's late July, and you've got a crop going. You're like, we got this thing nailed. And we get 70-mile-an-hour winds, and it just flattens your fields. You're done. Hold it. Are you? Or did you have insurance from trade-offs? That's what you want to know. Yeah, they have the best insurance.
Big deal in that.
They have the best insurance available, crop insurance available. They top everyone, and you have to have it. if you roll those dice, that means you like lose your farm in 1 year. Oh yeah, don't. Let's go. No, hey Dad, let's go. No insurance this year. Let's take a shot at it. Imagine driving your vehicle right now. Getting good insurance? Nah, we're fine. Let's roll the dice. Yeah, you rear end somebody like that. Yeah, how's it going?
That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
All
you know
out
what
of pocket.
doesn't sucks? Trade-offs. The DOS.
They sign up for crop insurance by March 15th. You have 11 days to sign up for crop insurance.
11 days, guys.
It's a deadline.
Go tradeos.com. GOTREDAS.com. Go tradeos.com. Bill Belichick is a different person than he was 2 years ago. We know that. He didn't coach the last 2 years in football. Now he's back at North Carolina. He's dating a very young person, about 24 years old. He's
a woman.
As he's 76 years old, you know.
Yeah.
A young woman, yes. And apparently he is inviting Hard Knocks to potentially come into North Carolina to
I think
watch
it's
their
done,
training
isn't
camp.
it?
It sounds, yeah, I think it's essentially done, where North Carolina will be the first college team to be on Hard Knocks.
And what does this tell you?
That he has changed his ways. That Bill Belichick is not the same person that he used to be, the curmudgeon that we all thought he was.
Now, do you ever think when you're talking, what if he was listening? Would he say he's a changed person? He might. He might.
I say it's a little different.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of
Would he say
having
he's a
fun with
changed
it.
person?
He's dating a 24-year-old. That's different. That's
different.
something new.
Well, maybe not. Maybe he's done it. We just didn't know it.
He's welcoming media, which I don't think was
Just
the case
imagine
before.
right now.
That's what you're going.
Just imagine right now if you're
Embracing it.
Imagine right now if you're getting ready to go, Steve. You're dating a college girl going to the Tri-Delt formal. How would that be? All of a sudden you're going to the getting ready. Well, I got the formal tonight. How would that be?
And then add 20 years to your age. By the way,
20 years to your age at the same time, like that. Just imagine right now, like, well,
It's a little different.
well, we got the Tri-Delt formal. Yeah, we get in a room out by the. We're all doing some pre-partying out by the airport at the Motel 6, and then we're gonna head
Pre-party. Hey. Yeah, I'm not saying
God,
you're
I'd
wrong.
love to see you at a formal this year.
Would you? Would you really?
I would.
I would also like to see that.
Grandpa. What's Grandpa doing over there?
He's with Katie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really? Yeah, Katie.
He's with Katie.
Yeah, okay, yeah. She's from Columbus too, and they've been a thing for a while.
Colored his hair.
Romance is
Colored
alive.
his hair. All right, Jake.
Would they come? We drove the pickup. He drove the truck over at the Cornhusker with a formal. And Steve went over and asked Katie to dance. Well, we don't do that, Steve. We just dance. We don't ask someone to dance. Signal. Get the signal.
Come on.
Signal's priceless. God, I wish I would have thought of the signal when all those years.
Oh.
It would have been easier.
It was so
Bill's
easy.
signal to just point to a woman and
It
let's
didn't always work.
No.
No, that's the best part was
Right.
you just kept walking.
Right.
Boom. Got the yes. You headed out. If not, you just circled around. Just circled back around. Genius. Just like, because you're going to take some shots out there, guys. Every time you went out, it wasn't like going, God, I hope everybody I asked to dance says, nope, it's a numbers game.
We have a bold take from Brett in Minnesota on all this. He says,
Brett,
this is exactly why it will fail miserably at North Carolina. His curmudgeonly hard edge is what made the Patriots great. Completely changing who you are after being successful might not be the best idea.
Now, guys, I'm stuck on this. Completely changing who you are. I don't know that he did that. We don't know that for sure.
I would
right?
imagine in meetings that I don't think it's kind of like tackling, whatever. Just try to get it done, but no big whoop. No, I think he's got that stuff like boom, boom, boom down. The other part of it, the thing is that just overtakes you being a head coach in college is you don't get a day off. You'll take a day off, but technically you shouldn't even have a day off. And
Seriously?
No, there's no time. There's not in July going like, no, you're talking to people, you're texting people. There's
no
something
days.
you get nothing off, zero, and like it. And that's just what it is. I mean, there's no, in the NFL, I mean, especially assistant coach, like, no, I'm off.
But you're saying that college, you just don't.
No, everyone's available. You obtain the talent, and now you have to recruit it and pay for it. But in the NFL, you select them.
People need to hear this, Bill.
And so it's
I don't think everybody
it's
understands.
completely different. Now, if you want to sit there and for all of whatever June and sit there and try to figure out a way to run this play better against them, you can do that. But then you just like take a look at the Bears. I don't know if they had worked another 30 days, they've been a lot better. Not really. No, I think it would look exactly the same. And so when you're just trying to, you get no time off, because guess what? When you're an assistant coach, you're never once going like, I'm going to pop up and talk to the owner quick. No, you don't. No, you don't. You stay in your lane. You do your work. You know what? On draft day, I told you, I told the story before when I was talking to Brad Childress, and he was with the offensive coordinator for Andy Reid at the Eagles.
For the Eagles.
And there he goes, I go, hey, no, so draft day, walk me through it. He goes, oh, I'm in my office. He goes, I find out who we draft when it comes across the bottom of ESPN announces it. Because I have nothing to do with that. They might come down and ask me a question, but it's Andy, ownership, this group. That's what's going on there. So you're an assistant coach. You're not going down. If you're the tight end coach, sticking your head in real quick. Got to do it, man. Take him.
See, Jake, do you understand the big takeaway here? College coaches, it's so much different than the pros. The workload is enormously bigger.
And also the thing that comes up in the NFL all the time, don't guard your desk, which means no. If you're off, you're off. In college, you have to guard your desk. Basically, you're going to be doing something. If you're not, you're working remotely. Because also, it's like, hey, listen, here's a list of 20 guys who are going to be free agents next year. Start calling them, build a relationship with them. You could do that. That's tampering, and you get fired. And then the team gets
doesn't
penalties.
really do any good anyway.
And the team gets. So my point is, there's none of that going on. And so in college, I thought sometimes someone might come to you and say, hey, listen, would you please watch these 10 guys? Who are they? It's 2 from Montana State, 1 from South Dakota State. We think they're pretty good players, and we're going to want to contact the coach if he wants to get in the portal. So evaluate them. And so
never stops.
Belichick,
back to your. I just don't, Jake. One thing I just have a hard time doing is just saying that someone's changed. I mean,
he seems different to me.
It does on the surface, right?
Yeah.
But I wonder if you were with him day to day, what it would, if you'd say it. I mean, maybe he had a little more wild in him than you even thought before.
Do you remember? You loved this a couple years ago when they won the Super Bowl. They had the parade. I don't have the audio of it, but
so weird.
He got the microphone at the parade as they're going around.
It's very weird.
And he goes, "No days off."
That was his big thing.
That was, you wanted people to chant, "No days off."
He got to the mic and
Sip
said
just
that.
loved that.
I thought it was odd.
It's very odd.
That's what we're going with. No days off.
They're celebrating. They're celebrating a Super Bowl title, and he's up there with a giddy grin. No days off.
Well, there's all
you loved it.
It's interesting.
I thought it was very odd.
So weird.
Also, I think what's very interesting is that when they had Hard Knocks, no one wanted it. Eventually, Goodell said, "That's fine, but you're doing it." It was an NFL
right?
deal.
It's too bad.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it was appointed.
So now, so you didn't have all the legalities. The legalities have taken it to college, and now you have to have. So everyone's got to sign off on this. If you're a freshman, sophomore, I mean, you can't just say, "Yeah, we're doing it." It's like, hang on now, I'm going to be on a TV show. So the first thing to be like, well, where's my take of this? How does this work? We're in the NFL and say, no, this is part of the NFL. It's part of the deal. This is what we do.
Probably have to be very careful about what they show.
I think it's a huge look because before it fell underneath the umbrella of the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's an NFL type. It's the NFL network that's doing it, right? Because it's Hard Knocks. It's not a different version. The NFL now is coming into North Carolina.
Yes.
I think there had to be some legalities that are unreal for that to happen.
I think so. And I think it's also sort of a nod to that discussion that it's college football is less college football than it's ever been. It's more professionalized than it's ever been. This is just another sign. But I get what you're saying. I just think they'll have to be very careful about what they show.
I hope they work it out. Yeah,
especially from a player standpoint. You can show a lot of the coaching stuff, right? And it'll probably be very Belichick centric, right?
Yes.
I mean, it'll be because you don't even know anybody else. Who else is on the staff? Do you know anybody?
Well, his son's on staff, isn't he?
Yeah, his son's.
I wouldn't know his son if he walked in the building right now. I wouldn't know Bill Belichick's son. I know Bill Belichick.
If I would go through their list right now, I would know several. The names, I do know some names.
Do you know any of the players?
I don't know them personally.
Right. So also, I think it'll be a Belichick-centric show.
His girlfriend will make a lot of it. She was on the Dunkin' Donuts commercial.
Somehow she was.
Yes. So she'll
be on.
She'll be on. That people.
I would think so.
If all of a sudden you do a show on Travis Kelce, they want to see Taylor Swift.
Right.
So,
well, you would know a couple, at least one name here, Sip, because his defensive line coach is Bob Diaco.
Oh, Diaco. Awesome.
Not Cody line. We're
That could
talking
be interesting.
defensive line coach is Bob Diaco.
Okay,
for Bill
Diaco, I
Belichick.
hope he makes an appearance on this because he could be very interesting. Whoa.
You see the strain, Bob Diaco.
Oh, Diaco's an interesting guy. Wow.
Here, Freddie Kitchens wasn't he the former head coach for the Browns?
Mm-hmm.
He's the OC.
He's the OC, Freddie Kitchens.
Okay.
Will Friend, offensive line. Matt Lombardi, quarterbacks. Garrick McGee, receivers. Don't know those names. Natrone Means was an NFL
Really good
running
for the
back.
Chargers.
Caleb Pickerel, offensive assistant. Defensively, Steve Belichick is the DC. Bob Diaco, defensive line. Brian Belichick, defensive backs. Armand Hawkins, cornerbacks. Jamie Collins, former Patriot and Brown, inside linebackers coach. And Ty Nichols, outside linebackers. That's his guys.
They're going to catch a lot of attention. Also, there'll be a lot of if you're a coach and you're playing against Belichick, that's a big deal. You want to win.
You want to beat him.
Hell yeah. You
Target
want
on your back.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's not kind of like that. It's like, oh no, let's especially if you're a veteran college coach. You're gonna say, okay, you want to just cruise around here, come down into college. Here we
See
go.
how this looks like.
Yeah, see what this looks like.
Hey, it's gonna be great TV.
Yeah,
it'll be great for the show.
We'll be watching a lot of it.
Be great for the show.
It's great.
Hard Knocks will be great.
Yes.
God bless him.
Let's see how he is.
God bless this for happening. We need it in the off season, right?
We do. It is time to play the game show. Give us a call right now at 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. The board has been updated. Ellie's on the board. 1-0 on the week.
I'll be damned.
Overall, we don't know because we lost track. So I guess I don't want to start over because you guys are like, let's
Hold
go.
it. Hold it.
She
We
lost
don't
the
even have
overall.
What?
Oh, she didn't keep track for a couple weeks. So let's assume you're like 18 games over.
How did that
Ellie's
happen?
bracing for the criticism right now.
Ellie, how does that happen?
I don't know.
This is a remarkable one here.
I need to look back
Can we
at
just
the
start
board.
the season now?
You were 19 above 500.
Yeah.
We were 19 to 20 something above.
How do you want to restart?
Was it
March
just
4th?
was it so just crazy busy in there, Ellie? You couldn't
put a
didn't
tally
have,
up on
didn't
the
have
board.
chance to get the grease, get the pan and go over and mark it or what?
Well,
happened?
now here's the thing. We could also she could turn it around on us pretty fast. How about we just keep track of it? I can go walk over there. I can do it. Let's just start again, March 4th. Jake.
Okay. All right. The reset's on.
It's worth that because there's also been a sealed envelope on March 4th.
Yes, it's
There's
true.
a sealed envelope, and
that's a private sealed envelope. It's in my bin.
So here's what we're gonna do.
We're not going to announce what I said.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Well, there's been a couple times you brought some things on there. Maybe this one I bring on because it would stir some stuff up.
Oh,
Wouldn't
yeah, it would stir a lot of
You want to
things.
see? You want to see ratings go up? Yeah, here we go.
I prefer that you keep this one to
We're
yourself.
gonna do a mini season,
Okay.
and then we start back over on August 1.
Okay.
This is a mini season.
Great idea.
This
Great
is like this what it is. It's the NBA in-season tournament.
In-season tournament.
So we should count yesterday as game one then.
Okay.
You're 1-0 in the season. All right.
Yeah.
Today's topic is college nicknames. Pretty simple. These are a lot of basketball ones.
Oh.
So if you think you know your college
Look at Jake Graham. Look at him. I got
we should go 4 for 4 today, in my opinion. 4, 6, 4, 5, 6, 8, 5. Shut up, Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Nick Down, Sip and Bill, and trivia college nicknames as we reset the season. You are 1-0 as of yesterday. See how
in-season tournament.
We have JR. JR, how do you feel about college nicknames today?
Some pressure. You say we should go 4 for 4, so we'll see how we do.
I think we should go
JR,
4
that
for
is
4
a lot.
today.
He threw that right in your face.
It's all of your guys' face as well.
Oh.
So, first question will go to JR. Bill is a lifeline for SIP for one question. As always, JR, what is the nickname for UTSA, Texas San Antonio?
Stop it.
Are they the Roadrunners?
Are they the Roadrunners?
That's a hard one.
Brilliant.
Well,
We should go 4 for 4.
Jake will always lean this towards the caller, which he probably should.
Not true. Definitely not true.
Sue me.
1-0 lead for JR. First question, what is the nickname for St. Louis University?
The Billiken.
I knew that one.
Rick Majerus was the head coach there.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to Rick
R.I.P.
Majerus. Yes,
He lived in a hotel.
he did.
I used to talk to him all, when I was at Utah.
Oh,
coaching
yeah.
the first time that he lived in.
Never told me that.
He lived in the Marriott, and so we had our recruiting deals. So I'd go to the concierge lounge, and there'd be Rick in there eating little goldfish and having a.
Life, that's the life.
He lived in the Marriott.
Make your bed every day.
Single guy. Anyway, I just go up there and we just tell stories. It was awesome. Just imagine seeing Rick Majerus in the Marriott.
You need to share things like that more often.
What are you doing here? I live here, man. Come on, easy.
Rick Majerus was an icon.
1-1 tie. Back to you, JR, for the lead. What is the nickname for Loyola Chicago?
Oh, gosh.
Recent Final Four team. Loyola Chicago.
I don't. I'm going to throw out a guess on this one. The Saints.
Oh,
good guess.
It's not the Saints. Do you guys want this? You want to pass?
God, I can see it right there.
My inclination is to pass.
Mine is too.
That would be the Ramblers of Loyola Chicago.
No, I didn't have it.
Final Four team 4 years ago.
Yep.
Who's that coach? He's at Oklahoma now.
Porter Mosier.
Oh, good job.
What
Jake?
Talk
Jake,
about
sometimes you surprise me.
what a great name.
Porter
Mosier.
It is a good name.
Imagine, hey, anybody seen Porter? He's over there.
This is for the win, and Bill is in play here. 1-1 tie.
Let's do this. Let's get 2-0.
What is the nickname for Murray State University?
Racers.
I didn't know it. Good job. I didn't know it. I
The
didn't know it.
Racers is correct.
Bill bailed me out. I did not know that.
2-0 on the season, 2-0 on the week. JR, we'll get you a bagel and a coffee, but thanks for calling and calling down the road.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Same to you.
Can you play those ships coming in a little bit more?
Yeah.
You
One
want
more
those
time.
One more time.
Imagine standing there when you hear that.
Yeah, hang on.
One more.
There they are.
Here they come.
I feel
Ranch
whipping into the marina.
Something's wrong
on the
that
north
ship,
side of
Branch
Branstoke, whipping in.
This is for Bill, tiebreaker. Speaking of Murray State, how many times have they made the NCAA tournament?
Jeez, that's a good one.
Program history.
14.
Ooh, that's a
Zip
good number.
over under 14.
That's a good number. Murray State?
Yep.
Surprised they get it on the nose. It's used like
I'm
this.
surprised too. I'm going to say a little over.
18 times. And they have 5 wins in the dance. Keep in mind, Nebraska, 8 appearances, no wins. Murray State has won 5 freaking tournament
So
games.
last question on that. Is Nebraska the only Power 4 team
Yes.
that's never won a game?
Yes. Yes. The only one.
Well documented.
The only one.
None.
No.
53 years. 53 years. Whatever you want to say.
This could be it. though.
Permanent side.
They roll tonight. Could they get back to it? Could they get back to a 6 seed? Jake?
Nebraska, no.
They'd probably have to win the Big Ten tournament and
But
not
that
lose
wouldn't
a
get
game.
him a 6 seed.
I think, you don't think so?
Would that get him a
No.
6?
Yeah, you're right,
No.
Pop. They've lost 12 games. I don't think so. Yeah, they can't get to a 6 seed. Nope.
Okay, right now we're pushing back on the 6 seed. I think they could be an 8 seed though.
If they win it every game.
If they win out, so that was how many games would that be, Jake? They win 2.
Is that 7 games?
They have to win
Yeah,
2
they
here.
probably have to win 6
I think
or
7 games.
7. So if they can win the next 7, we got themselves
big
a nice
deal.
little 8
Once
seed.
again, I'd be more annoyed than anything.
Same.
If they all said,
Like, why are we doing this?
what if they just run Michigan State out of the gym?
Yeah, I'd be
Just
so-
run them out of the gym.
I'd be so happy and pissed at the same time.
Yeah,
Like, really?
Exactly.
Beat
Yes.
Maryland by 30.
Hour 3 is next, an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
St. Patrick's Day is on a Monday this year, but St. Patrick's Eve is on a Sunday, and you won't want to miss that party at Matson's Bowling and Billiards. Families are welcome to join in on the Olympics and win great prizes, or just come down to have one of Sarah's favorites, corned beef and cabbage, or one of Brady's favorites, bangers and mash. Plus, great music all afternoon from Crosby, Stills, Bangers and Mash. That's St. Patrick's Eve on Sunday, March 16th at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge. Hey farmers, do you run a precision planting monitor in your planter tractor? Boyk Farm Outfitters is hosting our annual 2020 Monitor Clinic at the Holthus Center in York on Wednesday, March 19th. They'll run through everything on the monitor, from basic setup to more complex downforce settings and everything in between. You'll learn agronomy principles behind some of the monitor settings and will leave refreshed and ready to plant. Representatives from Precision Planting will be on hand to handle any questions that you can throw at them. Visit BoykFarmOutfitters.com for all the details and to reserve your spot.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 11th annual Street Festival. The party starts on Saturday, March 15th, with tons of giveaways, a kilt contest, great Irish food, and green beer, and continues on Monday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 11 a.m. on Saturday and 9 a.m. on Monday, and the street party starts at 2 p.m. both days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's 8th and P in the Haymarket. Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see a chance of rain. It will be windy. An afternoon high around 58. Tonight, a chance of rain and snow to be windy with blizzard conditions possible, low around 25. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies. It will be windy with blowing snow, a high around 39. I'm meteorologist Kyle Becker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When you get the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime you work out. And now through March 13th, get your first month free when you join. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage. And do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get your first month free and all the perks of the PF Black Card for just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends March 13th. See Club for details.
Get ready for spring by joining an evidence-based program to improve your health and well-being. These programs use proven strategies to help you make lasting changes, whether it's boosting nutrition, increasing activity, managing stress, or enhancing wellness. Invest in yourself today and feel your best this spring and beyond. Paid for by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late.
It's time for Early Break presented by Nebco. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I like Stone.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
And here comes a sandwich from God.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
Hey, somebody grab me a mocha quick, would you?
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 3 on a Tuesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. A lot of conversation about Nebraska basketball today. Again, they play tonight, 8 o'clock on Peacock, unfortunately.
The
same time as Indiana, Oregon on BTN. So you cannot just flip back and forth. It'll be an annoying remote night.
Yeah, I mean, I think the way I'm going to do it, and I know this sparks controversy even in this room, I'm going to watch Indiana, Oregon, and follow Nebraska by tracking it. The various writers who are on Twitter, they do a great job of keeping you updated, and I can do it that way. And you guys can talk about what you saw.
Who travels? Is Robin in?
They don't travel.
I highly doubt it.
No, I don't think anybody's traveling.
Really?
They'll watch it on Peacock.
Robin will go to usually Iowa City for a away game, but that's about it. No.
If Nebraska were rolling right now, they'd probably travel. But no.
No. So it's just Pavelka. That's it.
And his
and Jake Muehlhausen.
And Jake Muehlhausen. Probably. Now there might be a stray writer from Nebraska that heads that way. It's a big trip, though, right? It's a big trip. Am I taking heat on the?
A little bit. A little bit of heat.
I get it.
I don't know how you could expect that, though.
Right, I do.
With that. And putting it out there saying, I'm intentionally
The
not
fact
watching
that you're
going to
be sitting in front of a television and then you're like, well, I'm not. Yeah, it's not hard. If I can think about this, if I can handle it, that's
Bill,
a lot.
Some of it is. You want to have this discussion? Some of it is just my natural pushback to kind of the world right now. I don't want to partake in that. I don't need to. I'm not. I can track it. I'm
You
fine.
figure if you do not subscribe to Peacock that they might fall apart and all of a sudden.
No, I just don't have to do all that. I'd like to. I have friends who don't have TVs, and I admire them. I'm trending that way. I'm trending that way.
Wait, hang on a second. You're trending to not having a TV in your house at all?
Kind of like the idea of not having one.
You told me how much you love college football Saturdays when you can
true.
On a bye week, especially, you can sit in front of your TV from 11 a.m. until midnight.
But
and
how
watch
many
college
Saturdays
football.
of that is that? That's 2 Saturdays a year.
Yeah.
It's 2 Saturdays.
Those are 2 really important Saturdays to you. You embrace those.
It's not that I can't go somewhere
What
else.
about week 0? We get to watch the Dublin game unless we're in Dublin on TV.
We've already went over the week 1 schedule. It's incredible.
Yes.
It's incredible.
It doesn't mean I wouldn't be able
11
to see
a.m.
those
Texas,
games
Ohio
somewhere.
State.
That sucks. That just sucks.
No, I'm okay with tonight, and I'm okay with the heat I take for it. I've seen Nebraska play. They're not foreign to me. I know what it looks like. I can still comment on the game. I've seen the team play. I've watched them very, very closely numerous times. So I'm not. You'll be fine. You guys, as long as you guys watch it, the show will be fine. I will ask you questions. I will also know some things.
He's prepared to ask his questions. All right, here's my list of questions.
What?
How'd Bryce look last night?
Hey, with 4.5 minutes to go, what actually happened on that?
So the game track was a little bit odd. I didn't understand what was happening on the ESPN
We don't always
app.
do that. We don't always address certain plays.
Why would so I
Stop.
understand the tracking. Why would you not have on the radio on?
Could do that. Probably
Yeah.
will. Yes, I'll have Kent on, and you can do that too.
You'd actually be ahead of time from what me and Bill are watching then.
Yeah, go ahead and
By
call
a few
me if you want.
by a few seconds.
Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah.
How about you texting like a wow? And we're like, what happened?
OMG!
Yeah, oh, me and Jake would be on edge.
Don't tempt me.
Yeah, you should.
What kind of win is this? What kind of game is this?
It's desperation.
Desperation
time. For
time.
both teams.
Double desperation. This is a double desperation because it's true. If they were playing Michigan State, it's not desperation for Michigan State. Ohio State's in the same. Where's the net at, Jake, for Ohio State?
While we're doing this, while he's
Jake,
looking it up, we're going to make a vow, and I almost was going to say it. I'm not going to. We're not making predictions. Our predictions have been so bad on this show. We're just not going to do it. Because I want to say I think Nebraska's going to win, but I'm not going to do that. It's ridiculous. I've been so wrong so many times.
We've had some we've been a little.
Oh,
I think
we
what
just been
happened
terrible.
was a year ago you crushed it so much. I mean,
it's not a big gambling show.
It's not a gambling show. Yes.
And they won at Rutgers. They got that big.
Remember
win at
our
Rutgers.
first year when they were making the run? We think they're going to get to the NIT. Remember that? We're like all pumped up. That's when we first got a hold of the shortstop for the Cardinals. Yes.
Gary Templeton.
Trying to find the Big Ten net right.
Is it that hard?
I typed in something I shouldn't have in terms of
not
inappropriate.
Wow.
I was trying.
Wow.
I saw a particular
All of a sudden,
account.
the
a
wife
Big Ten
wants to see your
I'm sorry.
phone.
I'm sorry.
I saw a Big Ten account posted yesterday, and I couldn't find what that account is. So now I'm starting over here in my search.
Starting
But
over.
Ohio State is similar to Nebraska. They're better in that than
They
Nebraska
are. I
is.
should know this, by the way. Hold on.
It's
I've
still a
read this.
desperation game.
Yeah,
It's
it
still
is.
a for both sides.
For both sides. They both have
Ohio
to
State's
win.
not saying, if we lose, we're
Ohio
still fine.
State is 36th in the net. Nebraska is 57th in the net, behind Northwestern and Indiana in the net.
Just don't
Northwestern,
get it.
I want answers on that. I want
Jake,
answers.
why is Northwestern not on the bubble?
Here's probably why. In terms of quad one, they only have 3 wins. Nebraska has 5.
Yeah.
They are 4-4 in quad 2. Nebraska is 4-1 in quad 2, oddly.
Yeah.
But they are in quad 3, 4-0. Nebraska is 2-2 now because USC and that loss to become and Minnesota is quad 3. So you've had 2 recent, one very recent quad 3, one just turned into quad 3 with the USC on a 5-game skid.
It sort of illustrates what you're saying. Is it illustrates why Nebraska is in precarious situation. They're not much different than Northwestern if you get down to it.
And you're basing everything right now on one guy who doesn't work for the NCAA tournament, Lenardi.
Right.
He doesn't work for him.
Right.
So you don't even know where exactly they're at, they being the committee.
It's very precarious for Nebraska is what you're telling me.
I said the number of teams that will get dinged when all of a sudden you say, well, they just stole a NC State last year, stole a bid from somebody. They stole that large.
All I'm saying about this tonight is the volatility of this season is such that the volatility can swing the other way. Volatility is volatility. It can swing the other way where you're like, oh my God, they beat Ohio State. Yes, that kind of season. It's weird. It's been a weird up and down season it's been pretty unpredictable. Now it's gotten a little on the predictable side, on the bad side now. They've lost 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm. And the one that they won, they were down by 20 points in the second half and came back and won.
That's volatility.
They're one major comeback away from being on a 5-game skid.
Jake, what if they had beat Michigan?
Which would have been a 6-game skid, 4-game win streak, and then 5-game skid. It's so weird.
It's so weird.
Jake, what if they had beat Michigan? Would that have been
huge?
That'd been helpful. They would probably comfortably in.
He said it over 200 times. He just walks around the mill. Just would have beat Michigan. Just would have beat
They
Michigan.
scored 49 points and won in Lincoln. It's disgraceful. It's disgraceful to the sport of basketball that day. I was in the arena. People are saying, why is it so quiet? Because nobody's scoring. It's a terrible basketball game.
Jake texted me, set
Sumi.
basketball back 100 years.
It did. It really did.
It was hard to watch.
Unfortunately, Nebraska in the first half of basketball games sets basketball back 100 years for 5 straight games now.
It just kind of depends on how you look at it. Like Fred said, that's the best defense he's seen Nebraska play in PBA. It's the best in that building.
And
I know they lost, but they played really strong defense. They did. Really strong. Great game plan. They're capable of a lot. That's the thing about this team. They're capable of a lot. They've shown it. They've shown they're capable of a lot.
Just hope it starts right at 8. I'd like to kind of be wrapped up by buddy.
Yeah, don't give us one of these delayed starts.
I don't want a delayed start. If there's overtime, I'm going to lose. If there's overtime, Nebraska better win. If it goes overtime and a loss,
you'll be in bed.
If overtime and a
watch
loss,
in your room.
Send me through the roof.
I can't imagine the show tomorrow morning if Nebraska is forced overtime and loses the game.
I
will be just as
3
pissed
overtime.
as you saying, really?
3 overtimes, they lose on a crazy tip in or something. Yeah. I'd lose my mind. I'm up
Goes
to
to-
11. I'm up to 11:30.
Oh God!
Oh.
Don't even put that out there.
Oh.
Terrible. Terrible. Buckeyes again, 6.5 point favorites tonight. 6.5 the spread for the
Shocking.
Buckeyes.
No predictions.
Tough league.
No,
It's a
no.
tough league.
I want to go shortly on this because I saw that CBS Sports, as we know, is a huge place we go to in the offseason. They very helpful for topics.
Really helpful.
Yes.
And they were going through the 10 teams who have had a really good offseason plus 5. That's 15 teams. Nebraska was not listed among the 15.
Really surprising, isn't it? isn't it?
That they weren't on the list?
They're always on this sort of list.
The schools on the list of who's had a good offseason in terms of transfer portal additions, recruiting class, as well as coaching changes are Alabama, Auburn, Clemson, Florida State, LSU, Oregon, Penn State, South Carolina, Texas Tech, and USC. And the 5 that just missed are Indiana, Michigan, Miami, Missouri, and Ole Miss. That's your 15 teams that they said have had, they stand out with a good offseason. Nebraska, not one of them.
Yeah, I mean, Nebraska's the king of the off season.
They generally are,
right?
Yeah,
Yes.
and they got two really, at least we'll see how it pans out. You never know till they play, but high-profile offensive linemen.
Elijah Pritchett and Rocco Spindler. And then also this encompasses the coaching moves. I mean, you brought, I don't know, I guess just splitting hairs. They brought in Holgerson in November.
Sure.
So maybe that doesn't count.
Still three new. That's what shocks.
3 new coordinators.
That's what shocks me on Ohio State the much. To be the favorites, or tied to be the favorites to win it all, when they lose a lot of talent, quarterback that has not played, and 2 new coordinators.
Right. Now
that's a lot.
I think
imagine Texas in that spot being like, hang on now.
I think so much is put on the fact that they have Caleb Downs back, then that receiver, say his name, Jake, the big time receiver. Oh, for God's sake.
Julian Smith. Was it Smith?
You guys let me down all the time.
I should know that one.
Yeah.
Jake, this is your job to know that.
I'm trying to think
from Florida.
The
freshman.
big time receiver.
Great receiver.
I can't think of his name right now.
Okay, so you've mentioned Clemson. Let's just transition hard while people will text us for that. They'll text us pretty quick here. Clemson. Bill has talked about Clemson. They have a ton back, and then they added Tom Allen as their defensive coordinator. They did a great job of retaining talent. They have the most returning production in college football. Clemson.
Veteran quarterback.
Cade Klubnik.
Coach that has won, won 2 and lost 2.
Jeremiah Smith.
So he's been in 4. There you go.
I said Smith. I did say Smith. So come on.
So back to Ohio State. Bill, so much of it is Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs. You have probably, you could argue, the best returning offensive player and the best returning defensive player, right?
Pretty good. There was one. What was didn't he have one catch? He crushed Oregon. Next game, 1 catch.
There were times like that. It was odd with Jeremiah Smith where he was somewhat absent, but they had so much around him.
Agreed.
They didn't have to really go to him all the time.
I mean, right now they're looking at Judkins at the combine like, wow. They lost 2 running backs that are both NFL running backs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, potentially a first and a second. Imagine that in your backfield. You have a first and second round.
And they're both gone.
Yeah. So that surprises me.
LSU, some people would say LSU had the best off season of any program, even though they lost Bryce Underwood, the quarterback, to Michigan. They lost the number 1 overall recruit to Michigan, but people are saying maybe LSU had the best off season of anybody. They signed the number 1 transfer class. That's the main thing.
And we have a returning quarterback.
Yes,
and
Garrett Nussmeier.
And they're in a pickle.
Why is that?
They got to win. I mean, Brian Kelly was brought there to win.
Got to win 10.
He's got to win a national championship. That's what he's brought there for.
Or does he just have to get
crystal
in the playoff?
clear.
Just get in a playoff.
Playoff right now would be a plus. That would be a huge plus. I see him, but like I said, the last 3 coaches prior to him all won national championships. So it's a national championship, and that was the reason he left Notre Dame, who was in the national championship game this year.
I'm listening.
Was to win a national championship because he just couldn't get the players he needed at Notre Dame. He can get them at LSU.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting part of this article. I had no idea Mike Shula was alive and kicking. Mike Shula at South Carolina. I had no idea. Mike Shula.
Oh, yeah.
Name from the past. Yes. Promoted to offensive coordinator at South Carolina. South Carolina is obviously on this list. They have the quarterback room is loaded with a guy you guys really like, Lenoris Sellers. You guys love him. I like him.
I like him as a college quarterback. Okay. I'm not saying he's like he's gonna be he's a first round pick. Don't know that.
They also have
as a college quarterback. Love him.
They also have Air Noland.
Great name.
They brought into Ohio State quarterback Air Noland. They were 9-4 last year. I don't know what South Carolina. I never know about them. I mean, are they going to win 12 games this year?
They're probably going to be somewhere around 12 or 6. It'll be one of the.
Okay, so I guess we don't.
It's going to
so
go.
We know.
6 and 12.
Yeah, it's going not between. It's going to be one of the two. It's going to go really.
Okay.
It's going to go really. It's going to go really well, or
yeah.
it's not going to go so well. It's going to be one of the two.
6 or 12.
It's not going to. They're not going to be at 9 or 8.5. Not going to be at 8.5. It's going to be really good or really bad.
I totally see where you're coming from on that. So yeah, Jake, I'm back to Nebraska. I kind of would have expected them to be on this top 10 in the top 10 on this. Kind of surprised,
but they're not.
Yeah.
Now there was an article that said the other day that Dane Key could be the best Big Ten transfer, possibly receiver from Kentucky, the most important, most impactful Big Ten transfer. That would certainly help in this argument.
Once again, Nebraska goes to the transfer portal for a receiver. I mean, come on, go back. Start with Samori Toure, right?
Yep. Yeah, Toure. It's Trey Palmer.
Kemp. Now, Kemp only had 310 receiving yards, but he was the leader in receptions that year.
Yeah, that wasn't a hit. No, that one didn't work. Now, when you compare him to Toure,
Toure was playing in NFL.
He made an active roster
with the Packers,
and Trey Palmer starts in the NFL.
Samori Toure, it's ingrained in my brain. Averaged 19.5 yards a catch at Nebraska. 19.5.
What did Trey average?
14.7.
Really?
I feel like Rain Man. I'll double check that number. I'll double check that number. I'm gonna double check. I think it was 14.7.
Okay, which is great.
It's really good. Yeah. Well, let me see if I got it right. I think that's right.
You have that on top of your head somewhere. You've written that down. The yards per catch of Toure and Trey Palmer.
I know for a fact that Toure was 19.5.
Okay.
I don't Palmer. I'm guessing he's 14.7 at Nebraska.
It's really good regardless.
Yeah.
But Nebraska does not make the top 15 of the best off seasons.
No, I wouldn't. That'd be zero stressor for me as a fan.
Yeah.
That would be no concern whatsoever.
No.
I'd like to see their names.
No stress.
It'd be different if, like, you know, the ones that stand out on that are the ones that are in the 1, 2s, and 3s.
Oh, nailed it. 14.7. 71 catches for 1,043 yards, and he was a gem, wasn't he?
So
right?
It said he had 1,000 yards and Kemp had 300. So there's a little bit of a difference there.
Little difference.
And Kemp didn't even get into a camp.
No.
Did he?
No.
So there's a big difference.
Yeah. And Samori too. I mean, Samori Toure was fabulous in that
He was
year.
very good. From Montana.
What did Naor have last year?
Oh, Naor.
Because he had an incredible combine.
Yeah.
He did have a great
He
combine.
had an incredible combine.
He had the long touchdown against UTEP, I believe, early on that season, right? But what after that, I don't know. Kind of
because he had played a lot of football also.
An okay year for Nebraska. 34 receptions, 455 yards, 5 TDs, 13.4 yards per catch. Not bad. Expected more. I mean, you expected more. 34 catches, 455. Not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah,
I mean, he's 6'4", right? I mean, he's
6'4", 220.
Yeah, and what you saw from the combine was interesting.
Oh yeah, 4'4".
Yeah.
I mean, he's an incredibly explosive athlete too. I mean, he's got all of that. It's now maybe the NFL can coax all of that out of him because you haven't seen all of it.
True.
I mean, at Wyoming, I always go back to Wyoming where he was good. He had 12 touchdown catches in a year. That's no matter any way you slice it. 12 touchdown catches is good. You didn't see it all at Nebraska.
By the way, Mike Shula, he's not even 60. He's 59 years old. He's only 59. I just confirmed. 59.
He's lying about his age.
I thought he was like 80.
59. Mike Shula.
Mike Shula.
59 years
Still
old.
kicking around out there.
He's been in the NFL for a long time. He's been in the NFL the last 10 years. Yeah, he's been coaching.
Yeah.
He's not been just running his dad's steakhouse down in Miami.
We're gonna look at his wiki. I think he was at South Carolina last season.
I think he was as an analyst or some version.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're accurate with that.
Mike Shula. Mike Shula.
Head coach of Alabama from 03 to 06.
Yep.
He's all right.
Dolphins quarterbacks coach prior to that from 2000 to 02. He's bounced around. He's been in the NFL mostly,
right.
and then went back to South Carolina in 2024. But the NFL all prior to that.
You got it.
Alabama.
He was a senior offensive assistant last year. You're right. Got a promotion. Yeah, like his career rejuvenation. Nice job.
Congrats to Mike Shula getting it done at South Carolina.
Nice job.
When we come back, speaking of the Big Ten, they've got 3 of the top 5 under the radar quarterback transfers. We'll tell you who they are next in an early break.
Interesting.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by Nipco on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more. Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in March. Try a double chocolate muffin with a leprechaun latte made with dark chocolate, peppermint, and Irish cream. For lunch, try the salmon panini with provolone, sesame oil, and tomatoes on a ciabatta roll with bagel chips. Perfect for Lent. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks. Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
What's going on, fans?
fans. This is Lexi Rodriguez, 4-time All-American at Nebraska and now proud member of Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League One Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering us on in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action this season. Go Big Green!
Nebraska Veterans Aid is here for veterans and dependents facing unforeseen financial emergencies. Get assistance with food, fuel, shelter, clothing, transportation, and even funeral and medical expenses. If you're a veteran facing a financial emergency, apply for Nebraska Veterans Aid through your county veteran service officer. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/NVA. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
This
Well, good morning, little brother.
is Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If any of us has any issues with our Apple products, computers, phones, watches, and more, where do we go for that? I would say we'd go to Computer Hardware, right? 70th and O. Also in Kearney, Hastings, and GI. Tripp and the team in Lincoln.
Really easy to get to.
Are just incredible to work with. Simple. We all go there all the time because we have problems and they fix them all the time.
Just pull up and park right by the door, pretty much. Walk into a welcoming environment. A lot of windows, bright, young people there ready to serve your needs, non-judgmental.
It's true.
The whole picture is appealing.
They are the Apple Store of Nebraska.
You don't
Great
feel
people.
like they're going to screw you price-wise. Sorry, pal. I'm a man of words.
Words.
He's a
you don't-
wordsmith.
You don't feel like you're going to get overpriced on whatever you're doing, right?
No. Matter of fact, every time I've been there, I wanted to pay him more. Here's what it cost. I'm like, that's not right.
Here's a tip.
Yeah, so I try to pay him more.
Give him a
I do. I
tip.
try to pay him more. Honestly, I really do. That's how 45 years, right?
Yes.
45 years.
Since 1985.
Yeah.
40 years.
I could have chosen better words. Bill's disappointment was
I think it
very
is 45. Right. 1980 is 45. Yeah, bad math. 1980. Yes. 45 years.
Yeah, I saw the
We're doing well.
I saw the post. I saw a big cake picture. Tripp had a big picture of a cake with a 45 on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a social media post?
Social media.
Really?
Yes. Yes. Well, I follow
Tripp's
him.
active.
Yeah, I follow him.
A cake.
Yes. Computer Hardware. Check them out.
Celebratory cake.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not as good as Groundhog Day.
No,
we didn't get to do
we
it this
missed
year.
that
It
cake.
was
It
on
was the
Sunday.
weekend. They couldn't
it's
have the
horrible.
cake this year.
Groundhog Day on Sunday.
You brought a cake in.
Well, I have every year. Didn't do it this year because of the situation.
Yeah, it was too bad. It's too bad. Back to CBS Sports again.
Let's do
They
it.
give us all sorts of great stuff. They're going through the under the radar college football transfer quarterbacks that could be poised for instant impact, and a couple of these are in the Big Ten. Well, we have pointed out that Mark Gronowski going to Iowa from South Dakota State could be very impactful for them.
Mark Gronowski,
who had a very, very good career with the Jackrabbits. A lot of passing yards.
He was arguably the best QB in the FCS.
I'd be shocked if it doesn't work out well. I really would be. I'd be very shocked.
With Gronowski.
Yes.
I know those Iowa writers are very excited. Very excited.
And then Preston Stone at Northwestern,
Mm-hmm.
He played very well for SMU, but not at the beginning of this year. He didn't. But he's had a lot of snaps that are really good. And I did not realize that Mendoza went to Indiana
from Cal.
From Cal. I did not realize that. That's a big hit for them. That's really good for them.
3,000 yards in just 11 games for Cal this year.
I mean, that's really impressive.
Fernando Mendoza also gets the benefit of throwing to Elijah Sarrett.
We like him.
Excellent receiver.
He was good.
So Indiana looks like they're in good shape at quarterback, is what you're saying, right?
Yes.
What if they're in the playoff conversation again?
That's a big what if.
But what if they are?
It's a big what if.
Their schedule real quick.
That would be
Their schedule's really hard.
That'd be crazy if they were still involved in potential.
Their schedule, we've covered this, but we can do it again because it's
Trying
the
to pull it
off season.
Mm-hmm.
Their non-con's a joke. Once again, it's a joke. But their first Big Ten games are the test. Like they could be 1-3 in the Big Ten really easily. I think that's what you'll find.
We could do, Jake.
Is
Just
it
go to.
real-
Just,
I know my
just
phone,
go to Google.
this thing has been
just
slow.
Just go to Google, Jake.
I
And
got
type
it.
in
Here we go. Here's
Indiana football.
They will be
schedule.
3-0.
I need to go to computer hardware. This thing's being slow right now.
They'll be 3-0.
Okay, they start off with Old Dominion, Kennesaw State, and Indiana State. Should be 3-0.
Yeah.
Then they're home against Illinois.
It gets
Tough
real
game.
now.
Then they go to Iowa. Then they're at Oregon after a bye week. So they get a bye week. But
Those
between
three
them.
rough ones right off the. You could lose all three.
And they're
Illinois is loaded. They're coming back with the team.
Good.
Home at what?
Home against Michigan State.
Yeah,
Michigan State will be better.
Nothing easy.
Home against UCLA.
Again, it will be better.
At Maryland. At Penn State. Home against Wisconsin. Home and at Purdue.
Who? This looks like
That's a rough schedule.
It looks like
they
8-4.
get Oregon and Penn State and Illinois, who teams are going to be all ranked.
Yeah, that's
teams
probably in that 8-4 range.
Looks
I
like
would
8-4,
guess.
yeah.
But who knows? But that schedule is rough.
It's really rough.
But just remember like that. Remember last year, Scott, they didn't play great, but they beat Michigan. It was kind of thought of like, yeah, but no big deal. They beat Michigan.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Michigan beat Ohio State and they beat Alabama.
No, it was.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point,
It's
Bill.
pretty impressive. But that schedule, but they didn't have to go through that type of gauntlet.
No.
That is a gauntlet. And the start of it is where it's brutal. I mean, going to Oregon, is rough as it gets. They go to Oregon and Penn State.
Yeah. No, it's as bad as
Just think right now. Just take that schedule and put it and flip it for Nebraska.
I don't do
You're looking at it going like, whoa. We have to go to Oregon and we have to go to Penn State.
Nebraska does play at Penn State, but they don't get Oregon.
Yeah.
That's big.
You mentioned Preston Stone. Northwestern needs to rebound. They need a rebound season. It really does help for them to go get Preston Stone, who was SMU starter and then was replaced by Kevin Jennings early last season. We'll see what that looks like.
So the chance of them being better than what they were, yes. I also think that is I don't know where they're at with the stadium, if it's a full year until that is ready to go. But I'm sure the contract that was signed, it's a hot seat again. Northwestern, they signed a coach that had never been a head coach to be the Big Ten head coach. Then he has an incredible first year. Next year, not so well.
No.
It better go well. Because there's no financial, because no matter what, they did not go deep down the rabbit hole of like, how do we pay him off?
No, that's true.
Also, the interesting thing, an interesting side note story to be fun to follow, because I think it starts sometime like in November, is that what will they do with Northwestern? What's going to happen with Fitz? Because it's going to go to trial. This is going to go to trial.
This is almost breaking it. Really?
Yeah, it's going to trial in November. And then nobody wants this to go to trial.
Why?
Because, no one wants to imagine.
But why are they going to trial?
Well, because right now no one's agreed because Northwestern will not pay him and Fitz says we're going to trial. And so
that explains why Fitz hasn't materialized anywhere.
No. And I know that people that know Fitz feel that he will show up again in the next cycle. He'll be up to coach. Because he feels he has a slam dunk of to be able to win this.
Fitzgerald is who we're talking about.
And so
Pat.
Now I don't know if they're just sitting there and just saying like, yeah, we're going to settle this. This is not going to. And then for him not to settle would be craziness.
Right. So
crazy.
it could still settle.
They can still settle. But if it goes, can you imagine who's getting called on the stand?
I can't believe
and what's coming out. Oh man, it's not going to happen. But there's going to be probably some sort of like give and take. But there's like $40 million on the line for Fitz.
So you think Pat Fitzgerald will rematerialize
I do.
in the coaching pool?
I do.
Now, do you think he will be a head coach immediately?
He'll have options. He really will.
He was talking to NFL teams at the end of his time at Northwestern.
Just remember, he was sought after a lot. And he was always, I'm a Northwestern guy. Played here, from Chicago. That's what I'm doing. So it was never. So now it's going to be a different situation. But that job will get very interesting. Jake, can we do that quick? Is that possible? We do Northwestern schedule.
Give me a second.
Because they're going to have to. They're going to have
Keep
to
talking.
because they were terrible last year, and they had an unbelievable season. But that you can always go back and say, well, that's Fitz's players, Fitz team, and all of Fitz's assistants stayed. They were not involved in it. So all of his, and then once the season was over, they fired them all. If you were tied to Fitz, they all walked.
I'll tell
still
you
in that
what.
camp of why is Fitzgerald appealing?
He went to the Big Ten championship a couple of guys. Northwestern
Also threw a 1-11.
I'm going to tell you, there's a pretty strong chance that Northwestern starts 1-2.
Let's see.
Here's why.
Let's hear it.
Their first game.
Look at Jake. Jake just gave us the head shake.
And this is not Alabama, but they're playing at Tulane. Tulane has been a
really
very good team for a couple of years.
You do not want to go to Tulane.
No,
They play at
going to Tulane.
That's their first game at Tulane.
No, you know the humidity factor in New Orleans like August 30th.
They'll be an underdog in that game.
Yes.
Then they're home against Western Illinois. Then they're home against Oregon. So again, 1-2 likely.
Yeah.
Home against UCLA.
Oh, tough.
Home against Louisiana Monroe.
No.
Odd. Then they're at Penn State.
Penn State.
Home against Purdue.
Could win it.
At Nebraska. At USC. Wrigley Field against Michigan. Wrigley Field against Minnesota as well.
Huh.
And then they're at Illinois.
No, that's bad. They're not going to a bowl game. They're not going to a bowl
Let's
game.
go back to Pat Fitzgerald, which me and Jake used to butt heads hard on this. I was always in the camp that Fitzgerald's way overrated.
And I don't think that he is.
And this is why. 2019, 3-9. 2021, 3-9. 2022, 1-11.
What about 21 though? If you skipped a year,
Yeah.
You got to hold it there. You can't skip years.
You skipped a year. I didn't
You
hear
can't
that.
do that.
I didn't hear a year.
Hoping you would know.
I skipped
COVID year 7-2. COVID year.
And
won the Citrus Bowl.
No, I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh man, he just absolutely killed it.
No,
but we'd all agree that it is the hardest job in the Big Ten. Pick out 8. You have 18 teams. What's the last job you're taking?
That's the hardest.
The hardest job. It's not even close. But just to get,
you can't skip a year.
They can't.
You
skip
can't just
years.
for your
You
argument
can't
take
do that.
out the good years.
You can't do
That's
that.
Not right.
3-9, 1-11.
And then what else?
What else?
Did he make 2 conference championship appearances though in the last 10 years?
They went
he
two.
did.
They went to 2 conference. I know they went to 2.
2 in a couple years.
So what was right before the 19? What was that?
18
or 18?
2017.
Yeah, but
they went 10-3.
Solid.
So you just forget that year.
Just forget that
doesn't
year.
count. Lucky year. Pat Fitzgerald did a nice job at Northwestern.
God, he's going to rematerialize.
But it's just interesting the fact of like where they're sitting on. Could you imagine if it goes to trial?
No,
there'll be things.
It won't.
It won't. It will not. It will not go to trial.
Northwestern's leaders will ensure it does not go to trial.
Yeah.
When we come back, the spillover on early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by Nebco on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Have you been accused of a crime and don't know where to turn? At Liberty Law Group, we understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you're up against the legal system, you need an advocate you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Liberty Law's experienced trial attorneys are committed to the defense of liberty for those accused. Don't let a criminal charge ruin your life. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you need. Advocates you deserve. That's 877-42-LIBERTY or libertylawnebraska.com.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old-fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call John Henrys at 402-435-5555 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-435-5555.
Hey farmers, do you run a precision planting monitor in your planter tractor? Boyk Farm Outfitters is hosting our annual 2020 Monitor Clinic at the Holthus Center in York on Wednesday, March 19th. They'll run through everything on the monitor, from basic setup to more complex downforce settings and everything in between. You'll learn agronomy principles behind some of the monitor settings and will leave refreshed and ready to plant. Representatives from Precision Planting will be on hand to handle any questions that you can throw at them. Visit BoykFarmOutfitters.com for all the details and to reserve your spot.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the Spillover, sponsored by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One Love, a legend, retired yesterday from football broadcasting. Great coach, great broadcaster, Jimmy Johnson. Age 81, announced he is done with Fox on their NFL Sundays in general. Jimmy Johnson, coach for the Dolphins, for the Cowboys, was Oklahoma State. What do you remember him most for in terms, and also broadcaster? When you think of him first, what comes to mind?
Broadcasting, did he ever do games or was he always just in studio?
Always studio.
I don't remember one thing about studio. Not one time I'm going to catch Jimmy Johnson.
Go off.
He's got good hair.
Very good hair. I did enjoy him with the Cowboys a lot. Miami, I kind of remember but Erickson stood out more to me. Schnellenberger stood out more to me. But he was the only coach to win 2 Super Bowls and in a national championship in college.
Jimmy Johnson.
One. To win 2 Super Bowls like that. That's where
a national title.
That's where he's just one play away. Just run the ball with Marshawn Lynch, and Seattle has 2 Super Bowl championships, and Pete Carroll would have tied him for that instead. Now Pete Carroll's still rolling with it. With the part that, but still, the guy won 2 Super Bowls, and he would have won 3 if they wouldn't have fired him And there's no chance that he wouldn't have won the one that Barry Switzer won. He would have won that one. So would have had 3. So it's remarkable. Right. I mean, incredible career.
Yes,
I mean, he did well at Oklahoma State, did all those. I mean,
81.
But that's the part that catches me where we kind of go, retiring. He's 81. We're kind of like, shutting it down.
What we'd be working at 81.
I'm like,
I want to see that.
I can get through next year.
I want to see that.
Yeah, 81. No,
it's 22 years.
Yeah.
Think about Jimmy. So
and we're like, play the 70s. Jake,
better time.
No, I'll be in my 50s at that point. I'm almost 60.
Scotland will be graduating from college.
She will. This little bop from 1972.
Imagine Scotland, better times. Remember when Jake was carrying you around the arena?
Oh, when they were losing.
They're losing
to Minnesota.
Tried to rally them back.
I will say, that Fox crew is getting a little bit old. Jimmy Johnson's 81. Terry Bradshaw is getting up there also.
Long in the tooth.
And I just don't think I do watch the studio stuff. I love Jimmy Johnson. He has never lost it. He's always been sharp.
I just don't.
Terry Bradshaw to me has kind of gotten a little bit loose.
I'm going to take it back with this. I don't watch any studio shows of NFL shows. I don't watch.
Catch them a little bit.
No, I don't know. I mean, no, I don't watch him. I've even heard him say 4 sentences in the last 20 years. I have there's no
Really?
time. And then they go through their picks. That doesn't interest me. College. Well, and I, you know what? I'm kind of off it in college too. I watch a little bit more of probably of Fox than I do Game Day, but that I'm kind of off of that. But I love the
watch Urban.
But I love the I do because he's really good. I like the recap show at night, at late shows. Okay. I love watching those, like what happened that Saturday. I like watching that, or ESPN on Sunday nights late like that. I like watching that. But the other shows, I don't. That is not my deal.
Urban and Saban have turned it up a notch on the analyst side. It's
really
good.
Good.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it
really
is.
good.
And
both of them.
Not just because of knowledge. They're entertaining. Yeah. And Saban's been really entertaining. Urban's really imagine if they're both on the same set.
Oh boy,
that'd be fun. But they nail some things. They do great research. They follow it with what's going on and all the different things. So I love listening to both of them.
But yeah,
Jimmy Johnson retires.
81, shutting it down. Must be nice.
What a football career he's had.
Must be nice.
Did he go
work till 80?
He did. He was working. 17 days a year he'd go work basically.
It was probably more than that.
No, I'm saying he was working half the year.
So?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You don't just show up on like a headset on Sunday.
No.
They're doing research.
Yeah,
they're
he's
doing
got to
stuff.
know what's going on.
He's probably working. He might have off maybe I don't know, but just Tuesday, Wednesday probably. By Thursday they're back at it.
Oh yeah. Jake, come on now.
Jimmy Johnson.
Work.
Okay, all right. I like Jimmy Johnson. We'll miss him on the broadcast. That's it for us. The Drive is next. We will see you guys tomorrow.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sip.